Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Leaning up against that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kevin Tucker here on GlenwoodSports.com live video. Doing a little pregame show tonight. Joined with Nick Stavas. Nick, thanks for joining me.
Yep, you bet.
Nick and I have been doing football games all year long here on GlenwoodSports.com, and tonight with the big game, we figured people would be antsed up and getting ready for the big potential playoff ticket punch game. So we're going to have a little preview show here. Nick, first off, we want to get it started off with kind of what the red heart on my face is and what the red heart is on everyone here in the crowd.
Yeah, so tonight's the 6th annual, I believe, Red Out for the American Heart Association. I think over the last last 6 years, they've raised over $25,000 in Glenwood. So, big deal. They always take it, to the next level, as Glenwood does for everything. So you'll see the players tonight. They'll be wearing red socks and red wristbands, and then everyone in the stands, especially in the student section, will be wearing red. And I think they'll be releasing red balloons at some point in the game. So, they just try to raise money for the American Heart Association, hence the heart on your face.
There you go. Big game tonight. Glenwood 6-1 overall. Winterset's 5-2 overall.
Yep.
As far as district play goes, we're tied, and I think there's only a point differential between the two. So it's pretty much the ball's in each team's court tonight,
right,
or on the field. Winterset, they went out. They're going to be in the playoffs, getting second place in the district. And for Glenwood, Nick, we're home. The ball's in our field as well. In order for us to easily get in the playoffs, we win tonight, we're in.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. This is it. The Rams, we talk about all year that there's those little must-win games. There's those little bounce-back games. Probably the biggest game up to this point was that Harlan game at home that the Rams lost. And Harlan, with a win last week over Winterset, they've really taken the reins in District 7, and they'll likely take home a title, barring any crazy upsets. But here we are for the playoffs.
Right.
Last year, Glenwood was in that situation where they had to sit around and wait and look for points and try to pick points here and there, and they ended up only making the playoffs by 1 point. But win tonight and you're in, basically, barring any crazy upsets next week, which shouldn't happen. So, these two teams are both fighting for it. Winterset hasn't been to the playoffs in a long time. Glenwood's kind of used to these kind of games at this point. The last couple of years, Glenwood's been kind of new to this whole thing,
right,
new to the big games, new to the excitement, new to the postseason kind of feel. But now, they're the more experienced team in this situation. So I think that that'll come into play, especially in a game like this, and it should be fun.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I'd like to see for Glenwood tonight is, as Nick mentioned, Glenwood's been in this situation the last couple of years. Sometimes Glenwood hasn't stepped up to win the game to get in there. They've kind of what I call going to the back door. Not that it's a bad thing, but they go on for like the extra team on point differential.
Right.
Tonight, I would like to see Glenwood come out, play hard, tough-nosed football, run the football like they have been doing well. 400 yards averaging a game the last 2 games on the ground. They're doing a good job with that. And then on top of that, it's awesome because Glenwood's at home. In big games like this, Winterset especially, they're traveling almost 2 hours to come down here and play a high school football game.
Right.
A 2-hour bus ride, get off. It's tough. So we'll definitely have the advantage right now.
And this is the first time that they've really had to play in cold weather. I mean, it's not necessarily cold, but it's low 50s, winds blowing from the north. It's not pleasant, especially to sit in the stand. But I'm sure it'll be perfect for the players on the field. But that will be an adjustment to have to make because we've been blessed with great weather for these football games so far. So There's lots of factors coming into tonight, but I think that really, like I said, the experience that the Rams have in these kind of big games and these kind of situations is going to be huge for them. Coming into this game against a Winterset team that they match up pretty well against.
Yeah. Let's start off first off with we talked about this Tuesday on our podcast, but for those of you who didn't listen to that, Glenwood, they're really hitting stride lately, folks. They're doing a good job of running the football, sticking to what they are good at. That's running the football behind that great offensive line, led by Caleb Sanders up there and a lot of other guys in that big, strong offensive line. And they're definitely pushing the hole or making the holes, pushing the guys out of the way. And a team who's got a good defense with Winterset, Nick, definitely have to establish a run game early on.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a good defense. Winterset's only allowing about 13 points a game. We knew that coming into the season. We picked it preseason. I had Winterset as my dark horse in the district, and right now they're kind of proving me right. I mean,
they're there.
They've played well. They've played good football, and they've been riding that defense the entire time. But the good thing for the Rams, in the last couple weeks, Winterset's shown a 3-4 wide set, which is 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers and 2 outside linebackers really wide. Which matches up well for the Rams because they've found so much success up the middle in these last couple games that it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So Glenwood just has to lean on Carter. Noah Carter's been tearing it up lately. 2 games in a row, he's had 160 plus yards.
And 3 touchdowns, I think, in both games.
Exactly.
So.
And Andrew Bloom has been just as good. Like I said in the podcast Tuesday, I kind of feel bad because we haven't given Andrew the player of the game since TJ, which was week 2. And that's just because he's consistently good. I mean, he has 100 yards every week. He's averaging 140 yards per game. He's the Rams' leading rusher, over 700 yards. So, Glenwood just really needs to ride that. And with the size that Winterset has up front, they're not very big on their defensive line. They're a really fast team. They like to fly around. So
it should be fine.
Just keep going.
Very funny shows, actually. I guess we're actually going on here, so we might as well keep going. Yeah, I mean, Nick, the biggest thing, and you talked about it a little bit with Noah Carter and also Andrew Bloom as players to watch for Glenwood.
Right.
On the defense side, I'll switch it around. For Glenwood, someone different. We talked about him a lot early. I think he's really making the impact lately as well. That's Brett Maurer. He's a kid who's tough as nails. He's out here. And we talked about before the game with the big club on his arm.
Yeah, broken hand.
And so he's broken hand. He's out there and he's also making plays with it.
Yep.
He's had an interception, I believe, even with that club on his hand. Just a hard-nosed kid, and look for him tonight to make an impact on defense.
And Caleb Sanders, Rams leading tackler, has over 40 tackles this season. Eli Bales has been making plays. The Rams are just solid on defense.
Right.
Now, the one thing that has made Ram fans nervous for the last couple of years is that deep pass. The Rams struggled with that against Atlantic. Jackson Eden came in here and really kind of torched this Rams secondary.
Yeah.
Last week they played a lot better, but they still did have those 2 touchdown passes, 50-plus yards that snuck behind them, and they allowed two long touchdowns to Creston. So that's a good matchup for Winterset because their quarterback, Casey Kleemeyer, he's only a junior. He has the best touchdown to interception ratio in the district.
10-2, I believe.
Yeah, 10-2. He's a playmaker. He'll avoid sacks. He'll throw off his back foot. He makes great plays. And so the Rams are going to have to be careful tonight with that secondary, with that coverage. Most of the time, the Huskies like to split guys out wide. I mean, they most of the time have 2 guys out wide. So at least sometimes they'll come out with trips. Sometimes they'll come out with pairs. So they're going to spread the field. So that kind of plays towards that Achilles heel, that weakness for the Rams. And so I'm sure Winterset's going to try to exploit that, and they're just going to have to be ready for it. And like we said in the podcast on Tuesday, they need it because Kleemeyer is going to make plays. I mean, that's inevitable.
I don't know about that. Honestly, when you say make plays, if you think about it, they still have more rushing yards than they do on their passing yards. So at the same time, he does make good plays. The rushing game is, I still think, a little bit better off because, and maybe it's because people are scared of that.
But not against the Rams.
Well, no, they won't run.
I mean, the Ram rush defense is the best there is. So
yeah.
You know, they're just gonna have to be able to pick themselves up and not get down when he makes that deep throw down the sideline, and they can't panic on offense. They have to stick to their identity. They have to stick to their running game. And honestly, I put this in my article yesterday. If they don't panic and they just stick to what they know, there's not going to be many defenses out there that can stop them. So I think that's the key to the game tonight for the Rams. And we'll see if they can pull it off. And I think they have a great chance to do it.
Yeah, and going back to what you were talking about on when they do make big plays, or if they do make big plays, that will happen. And if it does, it's just one play. I think a lot of times with Glenwood this year, when we've given up points, not necessarily when we lose, but when we give up points or big plays, sometimes we will tend to panic.
Right.
If we give up a big play on defense for like a 60-yard touchdown, we kind of try to, I think, throw the ball a lot more than we need to
when we get down.
When we get down, yeah. And we've seen the last couple of weeks run the football, and ball security.
Yep.
When Glenwood has been put in tough situations this season, you can start with at Carroll. We have, I think, 2 fumbles and an interception. And
or even TJ the week before that.
I mean, every time we've been down or in a tough situation, we kind of shoot ourselves in our foot.
Yep.
If we can stop that and go to more of a just run the game, run the ball, and pound the ball, we'll be all right tonight.
Well, and the good thing about the Rams is they're peaking right now.
Yeah,
I mean, they're trending up. They're playing their best football of the season. They've scored 40-plus points the last 3 games. They hung 52 on Denison a couple weeks ago, and then they hung 42 on Atlantic and 49 last week. So they've just, 400-yard rushing performances. They're playing really well.
Yeah.
And their defense is still playing well. And I think we kind of take that for granted, is that we expect Glenwood defenses to be good defenses, and so we don't really talk about them as much. But they're just as good. So I think the Rams are playing their best football of the season right now. So I think that's important. And Winterset coming off their first loss since week 2. That maybe they don't have a bunch of momentum. I mean, they lost a heartbreaker last week. They had chances to score against Harlan. They couldn't get it done. And, Harlan walks out of there with a 1-point win. So, the Rams have almost all the advantages. I mean, they're at home. They're peaking right now. They're experienced. They know how to play this kind of game. Right. So I think the Rams have a really good opportunity tonight to just kind of show what they're about and, make the rest of the state open their eyes.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, going off from what you said, is Glenwood lately, the last couple of years, has been in this situation. I know you talked about that a little bit earlier, but just kind of to go back at that. Winterset lately hasn't been around like Glenwood has.
Right.
So they sometimes you can go in a game like this overexcited or overconfident or maybe too much jitter and get off to a bad start.
Yep.
Glenwood shouldn't. At home, players that are on this field right now have been, through the situation.
Well, I mean, you look at this offensive line.
Yeah.
You have 4 seniors in Weiser, Sorensen, Roenfeld, and Sanders. And those 4 guys have played playoff games since their sophomore year.
Yeah.
So, they know the kind of feeling. It is a different feeling. It's a different feeling than going to Denison and playing, rather than playing a game like this. And I think the Rams are used to that more than the Huskies are.
Yeah, we don't talk about him enough, but, Caleb Sanders, folks, he's committed to South Dakota State University.
Yep.
He's number 69. Watch him on Glenwood Sports tonight, both offense and defensive line. He's an animal. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Yep.
On the defense line, he gets that pass rush up there and forces quarterback to make those tough decisions. And we talked about with the quarterback earlier. You and I talked about this on Tuesday. We don't know if Winterset's has seen a defensive pass rush like Glenwood has. So maybe that could force that quarterback to throw an interception. He only has 2, so he's got to be smart with the ball. There's no doubt about it.
He definitely is. And watching the film, like I said, he makes something out of nothing a lot, and that'll be important in this game. But first downs is going to be where this game. There's not going to be a lot of scoring in this game.
I don't think so.
We both didn't think so. Yeah, if I'm wrong, then so be it. But I think this is going to be one of those, 14-7, 21-14 kind of games, and it's going to be the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win this game. So I think it's going to come down to that senior leadership and that senior experience that the Rams are going to have the upper hand in this game. But they got to play clean, and we've already talked about that. So I think we're in for a good game, and we see the Rams are running into the locker room right now. We're under 15 minutes till kickoff, so get excited.
Yeah, let's go back to the mistakes and stuff. Something I've noticed this year more than any in high school football is PAT misses and teams that are actually going for two.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's, this year Glenwood's been doing a pretty good job on their PAT.
Nooser's been kicking really well.
And that is huge in a lot of games because there's a lot of teams, games against Glenwood. Teams won't be making those points,
right?
And have to go for two.
You look at Carroll. The Glenwood won 14-12 because Carroll couldn't make their PATs.
Yep.
So Nooser wasn't the starting kicker at the beginning of the season, and now he's taken over all the kicking job. He kickoffs, punts, and PATs. So he's only a sophomore. Lots of pressure on those
good leg
kicks.
on him.
So he kudos to him. He stepped up, but he's got to be just as good tonight because in close games like this, it's going to be important.
Right. There's about one other game tonight, folks, in the district that really I think means a lot, and that's Harlan versus Denison, a matchup where Harlan's are going to be heavily favored. None of us, or we all picked Harlan to win, but that's why they played the game. Iowa State, Oklahoma last week, and we talked about that Tuesday. I've been talking about it all week. But yeah, that's another game to watch tonight, folks. As far as playoff, things go in the standings, that game's really the only one that can switch up a lot. I do believe with Denison, they need Winterset to beat Glenwood and then lose next weekend, and they need us to lose out for them to get in. So technically, that's a big game on paper, but I think Harlan will, and as you mentioned, Schmidt should be back.
That's what I was just going to say. Probably the biggest story development other than this game here in Glenwood would be that there's rumor going around that Harlan will get their first-string quarterback this week. He was taking reps with the first offense. They might not play him too much tonight. They might give him a little entry drug back into the game, and then next week I assume he'll hit it hard because if an all-district quarterback like that can come back right before the playoffs, I mean that's huge. And Harlan's been beating everybody with the fourth string, so they've been plagued with injuries at that quarterback position. But if he's able to come back, it's going to be huge for Harlan, and I'm sure that they have dome in their eyes just as much as Glenwood does. So they'll be looking to make a playoff run, but like you said, they got to win the next two games first.
Yeah, and going back, folks, for those of you who don't know how playoff run is ran here in the state of Iowa, so Harlan's going to get the district championship pretty much at the wrap. So the second place also gets automatic bid into the playoffs. So that's what tonight's game is on the line.
Yep. So there's 7 districts.
Right.
And 2 teams from each district gets automatic bids. Yep. So then there's 14.
Yep. And then there is an outlier, as we talked about before. So if Glenwood would lose or if Winterset would lose, there's a point differential.
Right.
That will be in play. I think right now Glenwood is 53 and
Winterset's 53,
50,
I think.
Or 53 and 54.
Yeah, it's really close.
It's about one difference,
right.
1 point difference.
But they both have good chances. Yeah, I mean, win or lose, this is a huge game, but it's not make or break. The loser of this game, their season isn't over. It could be,
but they would have to go play Donaldson or Grimes.
Right, you would have to go play, whoever they pair you up with from the northern districts, but. Yeah, I mean, both teams have enough point differential that the game isn't necessarily, or the season isn't necessarily over if they lose tonight. But you better believe that Glenwood is going to want a piece of that automatic bid because last year, obviously, they made one of the best Cinderella wild card runs we've seen in a long time in Iowa high school sports. But they're not going to want to be a wild card.
No, they don't want to travel to Storm Lake,
exactly,
to Carroll.
Yeah, right. So they're tonight's just so important, and it's just one of those games that it's like if the winner of tonight's game is going to have so much momentum, not only going into the next week, but going into the next and the next. So the Rams, it's basically a must-win game.
Let's talk college football real quick. I'm going to have to get my Iowa State Cyclones in there sometime. I'll just start at that game. Iowa State, Kansas. Iowa State, last I checked, is still a 21 point favorite, 23 point favorite. That's incredible to me. I think they win. I don't know if they're going to cover that spread though. I hope they do, but I'll say Iowa State by 17.
I'd say Iowa State 42-6.
Okay, another local team around us. We have Nebraska tomorrow night hosting the Ohio State Buckeyes. I believe that's a 24-point spread for the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Nick, where do you start with that game?
42-6. Yeah, I don't think Nebraska has a chance, but they've proven me wrong before.
Yeah,
so.
It is in Lincoln. They have a shot. There's no doubt about it to win. But I'll give the nod here with the points to Nebraska. Or sorry, not Nebraska, Ohio State. As far as the Hawkeyes go, they're on bye week, so they will not be Um, it will not be playing tomorrow, so we will not pick that game.
Yep.
Other games going on. You got the Red River Shootout tomorrow. That's
Really?
Oklahoma versus Texas. A game where
That'll be a game, I think.
well, I think it would have been a great game, but poor Texas has
Yeah.
now Oklahoma coming in pissed off
Yeah.
after getting beat at home by Ohio
Exactly.
State or by Iowa State. So, Iowa State or that Oklahoma Texas game, it's a rivalry. So no matter what,
It's always a game.
it's
It
going to
feels
be a
like
game.
too. Yeah.
But I don't know who's favored in that game. But I'll take the Sooners in
I
that
would
one.
assume the Sooners are probably favored, but I would take them as well.
I don't see. Other than that, I'm not really sure on good games of
So
tomorrow.
let's get to tonight's pick. We already put them in the article, but for people who didn't read the article, I think I had Glenwood 21-16. I think both teams are going to come out slow. I think it's going to be 3-0 or 7-0 at the end of the first half, and then they'll start to find their rhythm in the second half. But yeah, both defenses are fantastic, and it's going to be a defensive battle tonight. And I really don't know. I think 21 points might be too much to be scored in this game. So that's my pick. I think Glenwood wins, but I could also see Glenwood coming out and winning in a blowout. I mean, they're playing so well right now. They have so much momentum right now. If their offense keeps rolling like they have been, I wouldn't be surprised if Glenwood wins pretty handily. So we'll see. We're less than 8 minutes till kickoff now. So
I have Glenwood winning 14-13, and the reason I have it that close, folks, is I was really impressed just by the score. I know it was raining last week, but this Winterset team only lost to Harlan 7-6.
Yeah.
So, and they had multiple times, Nick mentioned, to score on the Harlan cycle, just didn't convert. But that's why Harlan's good, and they stopped Winterset. But at the same time, they only lost by 1 and held these Harlan Cyclones a good offense to only 7 points. It was pouring in the third quarter.
It was.
In the fourth quarter,
Yeah,
but
it was.
at the same time, they're both on the same level playing field. So
Yep, I totally agree. They played really well, and that would be exactly why I picked it that close too.
yeah, Glenwood hangs on the ball, as Nick mentioned. Their offense is so good right now that if they hang on the ball, I don't see it being close. But turnovers happen. It's high school football. It's football. Unfortunately, I think Glenwood might have a turnover in this game, especially against a good defense.
Yep.
I can't remember. I said it in my article on Monday. The amount of interceptions that Winterset has is pretty good.
Kleemeyer has 4.
Well, I know. I think they're in double digits for sure as a team.
That's crazy. I mean, they pressure the quarterback. They run some blitz stunts with those 4 linebackers, and they like to make the quarterback scramble, and they like to make him make bad decisions. So Bloom's gonna have to keep his head screwed on tight. But I think he'll be fine. I think he's used to that. But I mean, it's a running quarterback. I mean, Bloom's a running quarterback. I think he's only thrown it like less than 20 times in the last 3 games combined. So, the Rams are going to have to get that run game going, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and mention once again about what Glenwood is doing tonight here in home?
Yeah. So if you've just joined us, that's why Kevin has his heart on his face there. Glenwood's running the 6th annual American Heart Association Red Out, which would be a fundraiser to fight heart disease. I think in the last 5 or 6 years, they've raised over $25,000 here in Glenwood just by this event alone. It's been going on all week at the high school. There's been events all week. There was a volleyball game that was a Red Out as well. So the Rams will be playing for a different cause tonight as well. They'll be wearing red wristbands and red socks on the field, and all of them in their program have an honoree that they choose, a friend or a loved one that was affected by heart disease, and they honor them by wearing the red on the field. So it's a pretty special cause tonight. You'll see balloons be released throughout the entire game. So if you see a red flash by the camera, that's what that is. But yeah, it's a pretty cool event. The student section is heavily involved. It's run by one of the organizations at the high school. So
yeah, it's a really good cause. I mean, Glenwood does a really good job, folks, at things like this. You can see a lot of balloons out there. I believe it's going to be at kickoff is when they're going to release these red balloons. They had face paint with a free donation, so a lot of people in the stands are wearing the red heart on my face. That is why I have it. I didn't just randomly show up tonight with the red heart on my face. But 4 minutes ago, we're going to drop the line here on our Facebook live feed. Jump over to GlenwoodSports.com live video. The stream is already up and rolling, so kick up your feet, turn up the speaks, as always, here on GlenwoodSports.com.
Got a good one.
Accurate Insurance is our newest sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 508 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for life and health, commercial, crop and farm, or personal insurance? Then give Accurate Insurance a call today at 712-527-9106 for your free quote today. Stop down and see Scott and Laura Barrett at 401 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Barrett Auto is your local complete auto service car dealership. Barrett Auto Center has a wide variety of vehicles for all your needs. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Also, stop by and see their Hercules tires. They come with a 3-year free road hazard nationwide, along with a 30-day test trial. Check out their website at barrettautocenter.com, or just give them a call at 712-527-5525. Barrett Auto Center. Looking for a place to eat? Well, stop down at El Porton here in Glenwood, Iowa. El Porton is a family-owned Mexican grill located at 612 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for a good bite to eat after the game? Well, stop down and check out their daily specials. El Porton. Looking for a place to bank? Well, check out Glenwood State Bank, because they're back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. Located at 32 North Walnut on the west side of the square in Glenwood, Iowa, Glenwood State Bank has been serving southwest Iowa since 1899. Glenwood State Bank is the bank for all your needs. Check out their online services at glenwoodstatebank.com, or give them a call at 712-527-3157. Looking for a spot to store all your goods? Well, contact Iowa Storage here in Glenwood, Iowa. Glenwood's Iowa Storage is located at 50619 220th Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. They offer multiple sizes of storage units along with outdoor concrete storage. Give them a call today at 712-527-3311 and reserve your unit today at Iowa Storage. Are you in need of a new or used vehicle? Then head over to Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Take the new bridge over and talk with Glenwood's Dave Wilson at 402-296-3210 for your next new or used vehicle. Jeff Henry Chevrolet is located in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. No matter who you are, they have your car at Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Check out their line of vehicles and more at jeffhenrychevrolet.com. Jim Hughes Real Estate is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 410 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking to buy, sell, or rent a house? Well, look no further than Glenwood's very own Jim Hughes Real Estate. You can contact Jim Hughes Real Estate at 712-527-3114 or visit their website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Looking for a place to get your dog groomed? Well, stop by Sharp Street Groomers, located at 102 South Walnut here on the town square in Glenwood, Iowa. Sharp Street Groomers is a place for your dog to get pampered. Whether your dog needs nail trim, bath, cut, or furminated, stop by or give them a call at 712-527-5553. Sharp Street Groomers, we take all shapes and sizes. State Farm Insurance with Marty Stavas is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. State Farm Insurance is located at 10 North Locust here in Glenwood, Iowa. State Farm Insurance offers auto, home, life, and renters insurance. You can give them a call at 712-527-5480 or check out their website at statefarm.com. Accurate Insurance is our newest sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 508 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for life and health, commercial, crop and farm, or personal insurance?
Good evening, folks. We're back here on GlenwoodSports.com. Had to cut the sponsor short a little bit. We'll get back to those. The game is getting ready to start here in Glenwood.
Captain's out there ready for the coin toss. We'll have in a second who'll be kicking off and who will be receiving the opening
Glenwood
kickoff.
looks like they're going to receive.
Yep, Glenwood will receive. So the Rams will take the ball first. This game tonight, in case you missed our pregame show, is really for a playoff bid. Both teams are 4-1 in the district, tied at second place, and the winner will have an automatic playoff bid, barring any crazy upsets next week. Harlan has already taken a pretty tight hold on that district title in 2017. So with a win over Winterset last week, 7-6. So the Huskies are coming off a loss. Glenwood coming off 3 blowout wins in a row. They beat Denison 52-14 3 weeks ago. They beat Atlantic 42-20 right here 2 weeks ago, and then last week they went up to Creston and smacked the Panthers around 49-13. So Kevin, the Rams coming in with a lot of momentum. They're getting the ball first here. What do you expect in this game against a pretty good Winterset team? They have some playmakers.
I like Glenwood. I like that they're starting off with the ball, Nick. I think they should establish the run early and really set the tone here. You're at home. You have a bigger offensive line, a better offensive line, I think, and also a better running back. Hang on to the football tonight.
Right.
Not really. You don't have to score in this first possession. Just move the ball a little bit, get your juices flowing, and we'll go from there.
So the Winterset Huskies will kick off here as we are just about ready for this Class 3A showdown. 5-2 Winterset, 6-1 Glenwood here at Ram Memorial Field. We are just about ready, folks. Number 21 will be kicking off for the Huskies here. And there's the kick, and it looks like it's going to be Cooper Silvius to take it here for the Rams. Silvius gets down across the 35 to the 40, and he's taken down, at the 38-yard line. So Cooper Silvius with a nice return there to start the game.
Yeah, good start there for Glenwood. Silvius gets him out there past the 35-yard line, and, once again, start early, start fast.
So the Rams, led by senior quarterback Andrew Bloom, will be out on the field to start the game on offense. Noah Carter and Andrew Bloom have highlighted 2 straight 400-plus yard rushing performances for the Rams, along with that offensive line that just seems to have quite the push every single game. So we'll see how they can do here against this tough Winterset defense. First down and 10 for the Rams from their own 39-yard line. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. Fakes the handoff to Carter and gets down to about the 43-yard line. So, Kevin, we've seen the games we've done together. We've seen the Rams come out in that flex bone. This was that formation I was telling you about last week. They come out with that trips formation. They have the single back and Carter, and then they'll motion Silvius in. So a different look right off the bat.
Yeah, and once again, good yards on first down there. Bloom's a tough kid, kept his feet rolling, and now picked up 4, 2nd and 6 here for the Rams.
So second down. Bloom under center once again. No motion here. Handoff straight up. No, it's a fake handoff. Bloom has some room around the corner across the 50 to the 45. Inside the Winterset 40 goes Andrew Bloom, and he's finally shoved out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So Bloom with another nice carry there. Faked out the Winterset defense, and the Rams are rolling right off the bat.
Yeah, already Glenwood's offensive line is dominating, and then also Andrew Bloom. He's a senior. He's been around this program for now 4 years at the high school level. He knows the plays, and he's a smart kid, and at the end of the day, you want a guy like that in your team.
So first down and 10 from the Winterset 38-yard line. Bloom under center, Carter the single back. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Carter this time. Carter with some big room up the middle across the 30, dragging tacklers inside the 25-yard line goes Noah Carter, and he's taken down at the 21. So another big gain there of 17 yards straight up the middle, and the Rams are pounding the ball right away.
Yeah, once again, folks, there with Noah Carter, I tweeted out a photo today. I made an edit for him, a beast mode.
Yeah,
been calling him
Marshawn Lynch.
Been calling him that ever since he busted that one off of Carroll. But he's a tough runner, a strong guy, and he'll always keep those legs moving.
So first and 10 now from the Rams from the Winterset 21 as Carter takes the handoff up the middle once again. Still dragging tacklers. They had him back in the backfield. Breaks a tackle and gets down to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 or 5 yards on the play. So it'll be second down for the Rams. But Noah Carter, like we just said, some more tough running. And Glenwood now inside the red zone here on the first possession.
Yeah, good drive to start off for Glenwood here, and it's all on running. And don't stop it unless they stop you. So I expect Glenwood to keep running in and hopefully get 6 points here on this drive.
So 2nd down and 5 now from the Winterset 16-yard line for Glenwood. Bloom under center. He has trips to his right. Bloom takes the snap. This time he's going to keep it himself, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield there. And a nice tackle there by number 54, Carter Griffin, the junior linebacker for the Tigers. And the Tigers run a 3-4 wide, as we talked about in the pregame, which kind of, it suits the Rams pretty well. Only 3 down linemen up the middle, not very big guys up front, but they're fast and they fly downfield. So, there's going to be plays like that where they're going to go for no yards just because this Winterset defense is so athletic.
Yeah, and once again, that's the first time they stopped Glenwood for less than no gain. So no reason to panic here. 3rd and 4 for the Rams from the 15-yard line.
This time a flexbone formation as Ruth goes in motion. Bloom has the keeper, has the first down, breaks the tackle inside the 10, and he's taken down at the Winterset 8-yard line. A gain of about 7 yards on 3rd and 4, and the Rams, Kevin, have a 1st and goal on the 7-yard line.
Credit to Andrew Bloom early on here in this game. He's doing great reads back there between keeping himself or giving it to Noah Carter. And right now it's all Glenwood, just absolutely marching down the field here on the first drive.
You see Chris Minnell, number 48, and he was in the game for a while. They moved him to tight end last week. He'd been playing defensive end all year, so he is making quite the contribution. As 1st and goal, Bloom on the keeper. Bloom has some room up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams!
Great run there by Andrew Bloom. Once again, got a good read and then was patient enough, saw the hole, and hit it hard, and 6 points Rams.
Here we go, right off the bat. Glenwood pounding it down Winterset's throat. In a game that was expected to be low scoring and tight, the Rams have come out right off the bat and put 6 points on the board. A 7-yard touchdown run there from Andrew Bloom, and now Alex Neusser, the sophomore kicker, out to kick the extra point here for Glenwood. That kick is up, and it is straight through. Beautiful field goal, beautiful PAT there. And the Rams have taken a 7-0 lead here with 9:10 to go in the first quarter as the bell is ringing here at Ram Memorial Field. And if you're the Huskies right now, Kevin, that is not what you want to see right off the bat.
No, and exactly what we want to see from a Ram fan point of view. Glenwood was very vanilla. They've been very vanilla the last 2 weeks. That's why they've had 400 rushing yards, folks, on average the last 2 weeks, and they've done great performances the last 2 weeks. This time, Andrew Bloom pretty much took them the whole way down on reads. Noah Carter had some good runs right in the middle there, but at the end of the day, it was Bloom for 6, and he deserved that touchdown.
And that offensive line, Kevin, was just blowing him off the ball. I mean, they were getting him to that second level. Carter was breaking tackles. Bloom was breaking tackles. And it's something we've seen, and it's something that probably Winterset's seen in film, but sometimes – you know something's coming and you just can't stop it.
Right.
So the Rams right off the bat able to put 7 points on the board off the Andrew Bloom touchdown run. And now the bass drums are sounding here as Alex Neusser is ready to kick his first kickoff of the night as Winterset will take the ball. There's the kick. And here he comes out across the 20-yard line to the 25. Has a little room down across the 30, trying to get a number on him. Number 5. That is Jacob Dick, the wide receiver for the Huskies. So he has the return out across the 30 to the 31, and that's where the Huskies will start their drive. Here led by junior quarterback Casey Kleemeyer, who is having quite the season. He's thrown for over 800 yards, 10-2 touchdown to interception ratio, the best in District 7. He's quite the playmaker on film, and we'll see him firsthand right here. 1st and 10 in the shotgun for Kleemeyer. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and that is going to be stopped right there at the 31-yard line. Number 6, Hunter Pashik on the carry. And Pashik has been the Winterset leading rusher in the last couple weeks, but Caleb Sanders able to bust right through and make the stop in the backfield.
He hasn't faced a guy like Caleb Sanders all year, I can tell you that. Right there, Sanders just kind of mauled him.
Yeah, he grabbed him right there at the line and threw him in the backfield. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 now from their own 30. Trips out to Kleemeyer's left. He's in the shotgun. He takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Now rolling out to his left. Fires across the middle, and it is intercepted.
Oh, they're going to say
they're going to say incomplete. So it was kind of a 50-50 ball between Sherry and the wide receiver Jacob Dick. And Dick had it at first, it looked like, and Sherry ripped it out of his hands, and it looked like it was almost an interception. But they're going to call it out of bounds, so it's an incomplete pass. as Ram fans all rose to their feet. They thought maybe the Rams would take over once again, but now it'll be 3rd down and 10 from their own 31-yard line for the Huskies. Kleemeyer comes out in the shotgun again, pistol formation, 1 wide receiver on either side. Kleemeyer takes the snap, drops back to pass, has time, fires deep down the sideline, and it is incomplete.
Should have been offensive pass interference that time. 32, I believe, was the intended receiver. 30.
Number 30.
31, I think.
31.
Tyron.
Carter Tyron, the intended receiver there. We have the Winterset starting lineup, but not a lot of these guys are on this lineup, so incomplete pass there, and that is going to force the Huskies to punt here on the first possession. Nice stop there by the Ram defense as they score on the first possession, and then a big 3-and-out there, and now the Huskies will punt to the sophomore returner, Zach Carr, who has had a little bit of trouble with the fielding punts in these last couple games. We'll see if he can do a good job this time, but this time he waves it off, and the Winterset punt goes straight out of bounds and lands at about the 45-yard line. So that's where the Rams will take over, maybe even farther than that. We'll call it the 47. That's where they'll spot the ball. So Glenwood will have great field position to start this second possession, and they'll likely just do exactly what they did last time.
Yeah, Glenwood here, good stop of that defense, and get the ball right back to their offense. And look for Glenwood to do exactly what they did. They only had one play last time on that long drive that went negative or for no gain. And other than that, is about 5 to 6 yards a pop. So look for the Rams to, establish it up front once again and work with Andrew Bloom and Noah Carter.
So back to that single back trips formation as Silvius motions in on 1st down. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Reverses field, and he's going to be brought down right at about the 48-yard line. So a nice job there by the Winterset defense to stay home and drop him for a gain of about a yard.
Good job by Matthew Benshoof that time for the Winterset Huskies. He stayed home on that one, and, a good play there by the Winterset Huskies, Benshoof.
Benshoof is the leading tackler for the Huskies. I didn't see any stats for him last week against Harlan. I'm not sure if he didn't play. I don't have confirmation on that, but he has 42 tackles on the season, so he is the leading tackler for the Huskies here this season. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Rams as Andrew Bloom goes under center, now lifts up. Now he takes the snap, hands it off. No, he's going to keep it himself once again, and the Winterset Husky defense is going to swallow him up right there as he's taken out of bounds once again by Benshoof. And it will be 3rd down and long now for the Rams. No gain on the play. Yeah, as Bloom once again, Bloom, kind of a bad read there. It looked like Carter might have had some space up the middle, but he kept it himself and was blown up in the backfield. So it will be 3rd down and 9 now for the Rams. 7:23 to go in the first quarter. Bloom will be under center. Carter the lone back, trips out to Bloom's right. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right, still looking, fires across his body, and it's incomplete over the head of Cody Burrish. Number 7, Brady Porter, on the coverage there for the Huskies. And, Kevin, I don't know about you, but a lefty quarterback like that, I don't like a high school quarterback rolling out and throwing across his body.
No, it's not, I don't think it's ever a good decision. And actually, to be honest with you, that time I think Glenwood got lucky. I think there's a couple Winterset Huskies that were in position that time for the interception. But, however, it's 3-and-out for Glenwood. So
Tyron and Gillian back to receive this punt here from Alex Neusser for the Rams. Almost blocked there, but Neusser gets a pretty good punt off as it rolls down at about the 20, now pulling backwards and sits at about the 23-yard line. So the Rams will have the Huskies will have 1st down and 10 after that Ram 3-and-out. And those last 2 possessions is kind of what I expected more of this game to be. Tough-nosed defense. Nobody can really get anything going. The Rams got something going right off the bat, but obviously Winterset made an adjustment as they're able to swallow that up right away.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing there you could see with Winterset was I think they just calmed down, got back in the game. That first drive, evidently they might have been just too emotional, too high that time, but they settled down, and good job by Winterset's defense.
So 1st and 10 for the Huskies on their own 24. I formation. Takes the snap. Kleemeyer fires it deep down the sideline, and it is caught there. That is number 30. That's number 29, Caden Shaw, the junior receiver for the Huskies, as he has it down inside the Ram 40-yard line at the 37. Shaw, 5'8", 155-pound junior, a small guy, but a huge catch there, as Zach Carr wasn't able to keep up with him. Cohen Watson, the senior corner for the Rams, was not able to keep up with him. And now the Huskies have some big yardage there as it's 1st and 10 inside the Glenwood 40 at the 37.
Yeah, we had two actually. The safety was over there. Should have made a play on it.
Kleemeyer in the shotgun. He takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and fighting his way down across the 30-yard line goes the Husky ball carrier. We're trying to learn numbers here.
Maurer with the tackle.
And it looked like I can't get a number there. We'll try our best. It's hard on the far sideline to get a ball carrier number, especially when they have as many guys.
7.
That would have been Brady Porter.
Brady Porter.
So a gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 30-yard line. I formation here for the Huskies. Kleemeyer under center, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, but there's flags down.
Yeah, there was movement that time.
So it's going to be a false start there.
Send them back 5 yards, and
yep.
Maybe just going a little bit too fast there after a good first down play by the Huskies. They'll move that back 5 more yards. So it'll be pretty much like a gain of 3 on that first down drive. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Huskies.
Kevin, we talked about it all week. We've been talking about it all season, that Achilles heals that deep ball, and we see him get burnt on it once more. So we'll see if the Huskies go back to that as they come out in the I formation on 2nd and 8. Kleemeyer under center, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off right up the middle, and that's not going to work against this Glenwood defense as the ball carrier is stuffed at the line. No gain on the play. Caleb Sanders and Parker Sell in there on the tackle for the Rams, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Huskies.
And this is what I'm talking about when I said, just because they do one big play on you, don't get all excited. It's now 3rd and long, and then the ball's at the 36-yard line. So you make a stop here. That one pass play does nothing.
Exactly. 3rd down and 8. Or excuse me, 3rd and 9 now. Ball in the 36 for the Huskies. Kleemeyer comes out in the shotgun. 2 receivers on either side. Motion man. Now he's going to run a speed option. Kleemeyer with a nice move to the line. A pitch to the outside, and the ball's loose. The ball is loose, and Porter is able to jump on top of it as the pitch man, Porter, was not able to handle a nice pitch there from Kleemeyer. And so what looked like it was going to be quite a big gain for the Huskies as there was green grass in front of him. He tried to run before he got that pitch, and it's a loss of about 5 yards, and that'll bring up 4th and long now for the Huskies.
I'll tell you what, though, what a move he put on sale.
No kidding.
That was good.
Yeah, I said it earlier. I watched film all week on him. Kleemeyer's a playmaker, folks, and he's going to be, this entire game is now
going for it.
It looks like they're going to go for it here. The weird formation here is Kleemeyer's in the shotgun with trips to his left, and now there's movement. It looked like it was going to be one of those quick punts
29.
as Kleemeyer held it out as if he was going to boot it off.
Caden Shaw.
Yep, Shaw, the false start there, and now they're going to bring out the real punt team. So Murtfeld was back there as the deep safety in case they did punt it off, which it looked like they were going to do, try to pull a fast one on the Rams. But now they're going to bring the real punt team out here, trying to get a number on this punter. It'll be Zach Carter receive it. He's standing back at the Glenwood 15-yard line. 4th down and long. And there's the punt, and it's blocked by the Rams. Punt is blocked, and the Huskies are going to get on top of it, but it's not going to matter as Parker Sell with the punt block there, and now the Rams will take over at the Winterset at their own 46-yard line. Parker Sell, what a play there to get in tight. He busted and block the punt.
He busted through that line right away, and at that time sometimes a guy will over pursuit, get too excited. He stood his ground, put his hands up, and great block there by Parker Sell.
So 5:02 to go in the first quarter. Rams take over at their own 46-yard line after the blocked punt. They have a 7-0 lead. They come out in the normal flexbone formation here. 2 wide receivers, Kennedy and Burrish, split out to Bloom's left. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Carter up the middle. Carter breaking free down across the 50-yard line. A gain of about 5 yards on the play. And 5 yards in a cloud of dust is money all night, Kevin.
Yeah, if Glenwood just sticks to that game plan, they'll be fine. I've been impressed by this defense on the second drive, but at the same time, this offense that Glenwood runs wears defenses down. And as we talked about how good they did against Harlan, they've never won against an offense like Glenwood.
So 2nd down here and 5, and Bloom on the keeper. Looked like it was going to be a triple option play, but the Winterset defense able to swallow it up right away. Ram fans want a face mask.
Yeah.
They're not going to give him the call, so a loss of about 4 yards on the play, and that sets them back 3rd and 10. And, Kevin, it looks like this Winterset defense is kind of one of those bend, don't break defense, and then all of a sudden they're in the backfield, and they drop you for a big loss. So the Rams are going to have to try to avoid those negative plays as they move deeper into this game. But we are still in the 4th quarter as we tick under 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, it looked like a missed block that time. I think they thought it was going in the inside, and 2 guys were just right there in the face of Bloom.
So Bloom comes out in the shotgun this time. He's got trips to his right. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. Looking, fires to the outside, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for Nate Kennedy as he was smoked right as the ball came to him. There's a flag deep in the secondary here on the near sideline. The flag came nowhere near the play, so we'll see what they call. They're going to call holding on the defense. So holding in the secondary, not something you see a lot in high school football. You see it quite a bit, but they don't usually catch it. But this time they do, and that's going to give the Rams an automatic first down, a 10-yard penalty. And so the Rams get bailed out there.
Yeah, and there, Nick, the thing that it wasn't even on the where Bloom was thrown to. It was over here on the close side of the on Glenwood side. But once again, you can't shoot yourself in the foot on the road and expect to win. So give Glenwood credit.
So the Rams
not making mistakes.
Rams have 1st and 10 inside the 45. Bloom under center, normal flex bone formation. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. That's a toss to Silvius. He has a little room, and then he's swallowed up right there at about the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 yards or so there. Now about 2 yards there on the play is some nice defense. And, with a 3-4 wide defense there with the Huskies, I feel like they're not going to find a lot of success on that outside run game.
No, I don't think anything on the outside is going to be open today. If it will, it'll be on a run that's bounced outside.
Yep.
Nothing on a jet sweep or stuff like that.
Silvius has been valuable for the Rams. He only averages about 5 carries a night, but he is leads the district in yards per carry. So he is dangerous if he gets in the open field. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now as Bloom takes the snap and hands it up the middle to Carter, and Carter with nowhere to go there. Nice push up front there from that Winterset D. And after that first possession, this defense has kind of settled in, and the Rams are struggling right now.
Yeah, well, now the favor is in the defensive line and linebackers for Winterset. They just blew through Glenwood's line that time, and as Carter got the ball, he had 4 Huskies right in his face.
So they're going to give him a yard on that play as he was dragged all the way in the backfield, but forward progress gives him a yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now from the 41-yard line for Glenwood. Bloom under center, flexbone formation, 1 wide receiver on either side. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to throw a quick hitter here to Burrish, and Burrish has some room across the 30, and Burrish taken down at the Winterset 27-yard line. So a nice gain there on 3rd down of 14 yards. A quick hitting pass play there, and now Glenwood with a 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line once again.
Yeah, good play call there by Glenwood. That time they saw, the defensive back for the Huskies was giving Burrish about 8 yards. A good read there by Bloom and a good quick release right on the money.
1st and 10 from the Winterset 27-yard line. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Now he tries to look for his pitch man, but they blow it up there on the outside, and you're sitting here throwing your hands in the air. That play's not going to work against this defense.
You can't. Well, the thing there, you can't roll out a quarterback who's left-handed to his right and expect him to pitch. That's the wrong hand.
Exactly.
He needs to roll out to his left and pitch the option that way. You could see he went to pitch, and he's like, "Oh, the ball's in my left hand."
Ball's in the wrong hand, and then all of a sudden it was too late, and the Huskies swallow him up. So a gain of only a yard there. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 26-yard line for Glenwood. Silvius goes in motion. Now it's going to be a counter play to Ruth. Ruth breaking tackles in the backfield, able to dive forward to the 26, so gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And this offensive line all of a sudden is not getting a very good push as the penetration from the Winterset defense is kind of blowing up these slow developing plays for the Rams.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, there's still a good territory. The ball's on the 26-yard line of Winterset. They're moving the ball. It's just, taking some time, and that's fine with Glenwood. They're up 7-0 with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 9 from the 26.
3rd down now, Bloom under center. 1 wide receiver, it's Burrish. Ruth goes in motion. Bloom is going to keep it up the middle. Not much there. Down to about the 22, 23-yard line. So a gain of 2 or 3 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and medium. And, right there, I think Michael Joyner, who's calling the plays this week for the Rams, kind of the offensive coordinator, is thinking it's 2-down territory. You have 2 downs to get 9 yards. You're not going to kick a field goal here. So now they have 4th and 6 from the 23. And 6 yards isn't that hard to come by for this Glenwood offense.
No, exactly. I mean, you could see as soon as that formation was, they're going to go for it on 4th down no matter what.
So Rams come out now with 2 wide receivers, Kennedy and Burrish on either side of Bloom. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his left this time, looking for Burrish, and he finds him on the sideline. Burrish is shoved out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So Cody Burrish on a nice little 10-yard out, and they're going to pick up the first down on 4th and 6. A beautiful pass there. And Kevin, they've rolled him out to the right a couple times, and this is the first time they roll him out to his actual throwing side.
Yeah.
And he delivers a perfect ball to Cody Burrish, his favorite receiver. And that's a first down and 10 now from the 11-yard line for the Rams.
Both passes were Bloom through to his left. Perfect passes right on the money, both to Burrish, and that's why. He's a left-handed quarterback. He's in high school. He should be thrown that way.
First and 10 now for Glenwood from the 11. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap, hands it up the middle to Carter. Carter breaking free into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams! Noah Carter, something we've seen all year. It looks like he's going to be stopped at the line. Then all of a sudden he just breaks free and busts into the end zone for the score. And the Rams have taken a 2-score lead here late in the first quarter.
Yeah, we talked about that all year, Nick. If that offensive line can give him a big enough hole to where he's going to take on a guy in the second level, there's not many guys in the district or even in 3A that I think can tackle Carter in the open field.
So Bloom the holder, Neusser the kicker, and it is perfect once again. So Neusser has only missed one PAT this entire season. We talked about that being important, and he is 2 for 2 tonight. So the bell is sounding once again, Kevin. 14-0, the Rams have taken the lead with 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So Glenwood comes out firing right away. This isn't something we usually see from this Ram team. Usually it's the opposite. They come out firing in the fourth quarter and they get off to a slow start, but tonight they are rolling here early in this game.
Yeah, Glenwood's been a third and fourth quarter team all season, as you said. But this is good. This means they were mentally prepared coming this game. They didn't get overconfident, get overhyped up for this big football. They just came out and played football.
Yep.
Did what they do well. That's run the football. Great defense. It's 14-0 after the first quarter.
So bass drums are beaten. Neusser is ready to kick it off. Rams lead by 2 scores. Tyron back to receive here for the Huskies. Take it across the 20-yard line. Now he's reversing field, gets it across the 25, and he's brought down at about the 27-yard line. That's number 5. Number 5, Jacob Dick, the returner there for the Huskies.
That's Nick Gill on the tackle for Glenwood.
So Gill, a junior, doesn't see a lot of the field on the normal plays, but special teams, he makes some pretty good hits as you see him on there. So it'll be first and 10 now for the Huskies on their own 28-yard line. Just 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. And they trail by 2 scores, Kevin. And that deep ball worked, and, that's really the one play that they've found success on. Other than that, this Glenwood defense has swallowed them up.
Yeah, the Rams are doing a good job, and I think the biggest thing is that defensive line putting pressure on this quarterback. So when he does want to go back to pass, he's got to get rid of it earlier than he normally is.
So Kleemeyer, first and 10 in the shotgun, takes the snap, drops back to pass, pressure coming, and he's going to try to scramble away. Gets away from Maurer at first, fires to the sideline, and it's incomplete. And Kevin, that looked like the Rams had him swallowed up, and all of a sudden he slips out, and he's able to throw it out of bounds. And Coach Vost here for Glenwood wants a intentional grounding call. The ball made it back to the line, but there was not a receiver to be found. But he was so far out of the pocket, I can't imagine they can call grounding there.
But once again, there, that's Glenwood's line doing a good job. That's the end of the first quarter, 14-0 Glenwood. But Glenwood's defensive line was in his face after about 2 seconds. They should have made the sack, yeah. But at the end of the day, Glenwood's going to make it a tough night for this quarterback.
Exactly. So as you said, 14-0 Glenwood with the lead here at the end of the first quarter over the Winterset Huskies. This game, if you're just joining us, is huge for both squads. Both teams looking to make the playoffs as a second seed in the District 7. Harlan has already virtually taken a district title here in the 2017 season, but now Winterset and Glenwood battling it out here, both tied for second in the district, and the winner tonight will likely have a guaranteed playoff spot as the Ram defense is coming up big here. And the offense rolling as well. And right now, this Glenwood defense just bouncing around out there, looking like they're having fun.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, though. It's high school football, small town community here like Glenwood, playing in front of their friends and family, good atmosphere, and it's fun when Glenwood's good at football. It is.
Exactly. Second and 10 now as we start the second quarter for the Huskies. Kleemeyer comes out in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Pashik. Pashik down across the 30-yard line, and that's about where he's going to get to. A gain of 2 or 3 yards on the play there for Hunter Pashik, the Winterset leading rusher, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Huskies.
Eli Bales and Brett Maurer on the stop there for the Rams.
So Huskies found success on a deep ball midway through the first quarter, but other than that, this Ram defense has swallowed them up. It'll be 3rd down and 8 now from their own 30. Kleemeyer comes out in the shotgun. He's got trips to his right, one receiver to his left. Drops back to pass. Pressure coming and gets away from Sanders. Now here he comes. He's going to take off on a scramble. Gets across the 35, inside the 40, and he's going to have a 1st down. Still on his feet, and he's finally brought down at the 49-yard line. So as I said earlier, Kleemeyer can make plays with his feet. He can make plays with his arm. Parker Sell almost had him. He lost him by a finger, and now it looks like the Glenwood coaching staff
got a flag.
Has gotten a flag.
He was pretty heated.
Yeah, he was pretty far out there. So now
sideline warning.
Sideline warning. So the Rams get a warning, and the next one will be a 15-yard penalty. So Coach Voss needs to kind of keep his mouth shut. He doesn't want to.
He's over there patting his chest saying, "That's my bad." He knows it. He's just fired up. Well,
he's a fiery guy. So
I'd rather have that than the opposite.
Exactly. So a big gain there on 3rd down and 8. Kleemeyer making a play out of his feet. Gets about 20 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 49 now for the Huskies. And now the Rams are going to jump off sides as a hard count there from Kleemeyer. And that's going to move them up even more 5 yards. And I think all of them jumped there.
Yeah.
So
let's see, it'll say Glenwood maybe, like you mentioned it before the drive, or before the start of the second quarter. They were jumping maybe a little bit too hyped up there. Now you see a couple penalties, a couple missed tackles. Glenwood just need to settle down here. Once again, a couple plays isn't going to hurt your drive. Just step up here. It's 1st and 5 from the 46.
Yeah, and they can't get too loose. I mean, a 14-point lead is not safe, especially early here in the second quarter.
Remember the Atlanta game?
Oh, yeah. Can't fall asleep on them. So Kleemeyer comes out in the shotgun on 1st down and 5. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off there to, it looks like it could be Pashik. No, it's not Pashik. We're trying to get a ball carrier there. Number 6, that is Pashik. So Pashik takes it down inside the 40-yard line to the 39. A gain of about 8 yards on the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Huskies. So the Huskies now moving the ball. Kleemeyer makes a big play on 3rd down, and now they have a little bit of momentum after a penalty. 1st and 10 inside the Glenwood 40. Kleemeyer comes out in the shotgun again. One wide receiver split out to his left. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off again to Pashik. He has some room up the middle. Down across the 40 to the 35-yard line goes Hunter Pashik. And so Pashik is getting a lot of carries here early, and the Ram defense having a little trouble there on those middle runs. A gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Huskies.
Brett Maurer there with the tackle.
So Winterset, we talked about Glenwood not panicking, and this is exactly what we talked about, but opposite. Winterset cannot panic here. They're only down 2 scores. It's still really early, just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. As they are moving the ball here on 2nd and 6 from the 35. Kleemeyer in the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle, that time to Brady Porter. Porter fighting his way down across the 35 to about the 33. And it looks like Porter might have been leaning there at the snap, but no false start call. So a nice stop there by the Glenwood defense.
Yeah, Parker Sell came off the end that time, got low, and hang on, a good tackle there by Sell. But here you are, 3rd down, all that stuff that happened on the drive. Once again, you're going to have yourself in a 3rd down and 4 from the 33-yard line, so they're still out of field goal range. Make a stop here.
So 3rd and 4. Wishbone formation now for the Huskies. We saw it all season. They hadn't run it yet tonight. Kleemeyer takes the snap, keeps it himself, now pitches it to his pitch man as he cuts it up the middle, and he's going to fight forward to about the 31. It looks like it was a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
It was Bales for the tackle, I know, on
Bales for the tackle. I'm trying to see the ball carrier.
29 again, I believe.
29, that would have been Jacob Dick. Or excuse me, not
Shaw.
Caden Shaw, the pitchman there. So we apologize for struggling here getting the ball carriers. Winterset has so many different guys that run the ball. So we'll try to get used to it here as we get later into this game. It'll be 4th down and 1 now for the Huskies. Glenwood trying to make a stand on their own 30-yard line.
Got to watch the ball here. Watch the hard count.
I formation here. Kleemeyer under center. Takes the snap, hands it off, and the ball is loose. Ball is loose and still loose, and it looks like the Rams are going to jump on top of it. Brett Maurer jumps on it after it was kicked all the way back to the 43-yard line, and that is 2 fumbles now for the Huskies, and they are just shooting themselves in the foot. A big stop there on 4th and 1. The Rams able to halt any Husky momentum, and they will take over on their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, you know, Maurer with that club hand, he can still get the ball. And
it was kicked around forever.
Well, someone, it looked like, I couldn't see what the number was. Someone wanted to pick it up if he could run it for the touchdown, but in a time like that, Maurer did the right thing. Just jump on the ball and make sure you secure it.
So the Rams take over once again on offense after another Husky mistake. 1st and 10 from their 43. Josh Ruth goes in motion, trying to get the Huskies to jump off sides. Now they reset. Now Silvius in motion. Bloom takes the snap. He's gonna keep it himself after the fake handoff and fights forward to about the 45 and then driven backwards by that Husky defense. So a gain of about 2 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Rams.
Ruled me out. I thought Noah Carter had it up about 8 yards.
It always
does.
Field. It always does.
At the end of the day, that's still positive yards. I mean, Glenwood's doing a good job, folks. Last couple of weeks they've had 400 yards. They're on pace right now to about 300. So they're doing a good job. All it takes is a couple more breakaway runs, and we're right back there.
2nd down and 8. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom the snap. Hands it up in the middle to Carter this time as Carter fights his way down across midfield to about the 47-yard line. So he's going to be close to the first down there. It looks like he's going to be marked about a yard shy. So it'll be 3rd down and short now for the Rams.
There's an offensive line that was there on the first couple drives.
So Casey Kleemeyer on the stop there. He's the safety. He plays both sides of the ball here for the Huskies. Just quite the athlete. As it is 3rd down and 1 now for the Rams. Silvius in motion. Bloom takes the snap. Hands it up the middle to Carter. And Carter able to fight forward down across the 45 to the 42-yard line. And he will easily have the first down, as it looked like if it weren't for an ankle tackle there by the outside linebacker Benschoof, it would have been an even longer gain.
Yeah, I mean, that time you can see what we talked about all season long with Noah Carter. He's always going forward.
Right.
If you get hit, he never goes backwards. If he got hit, still got 2 or 3 yards after he got hit. Good run there by Noah.
1st and 10 from the 43 for the Rams. No motion there as Bloom takes the snap. Handoff up the middle to Carter once again, fighting his way down to about the 37-yard line. So Carter, some tough running. We've seen it the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago he had 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. Last week he had 160 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he has been on fire lately behind this Glenwood offensive line, and they are rolling once again. 2nd and 4 from the 37 for the Rams. Silvius in motion. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, following his blockers, fighting forward, breaking tackles down inside the 30-yard line as he's going to have another first down. And that time, Kevin, as he's marked at the 28, that time he was really patient with those blocks.
Yeah, he was. He let Noah Carter go out in front of him, picked up a good block on the edge, and then cut it right back upfield, and a good carry there by Andrew.
So being patient, waiting for those blocks to get ahead of him, and then jetting forward for a gain of 8, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Winterset 29-yard line. Bloom comes out under center, flexbone formation once again. Burrish, the lone wide receiver, out to the left. Ruth goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to roll out now. Looking. Pressure coming. Pressure still coming, and now he's going to be dropped in the backfield there for a loss of about 3 yards back at the 32-yard line. He was trying to fight off the Winterset tacklers, but eventually there were just too many of them. And a lot of times on those rollout passes, it's tough for those linemen to get those blocks.
Yeah. Once again, I mean, you get it says only 3. It looks more than a 3-yard loss there, but Glenwood's been moving the ball so well, positive yards on the run game. I just don't like them. I know it's boring,
I don't see the problem. I don't see the point.
Yeah, just stay with it.
Bloom takes the snap, hands it off to Carter up the middle once again. Bread and butter there, down inside the 30, gets down to the 27. So it's a gain of about 5 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and long now for the Rams.
Ball on the 32-yard line, so it's going to be 4-down territory no matter what here. So whoever's calling the plays tonight, it'll be 3rd down and 8. You got to get 8 yards pretty much in 2 plays here for the Rams.
So Glenwood comes out, taking under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They have a 2-score lead, 14-0, trying to make more. 3rd and 8. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to go nowhere. Nice defense there from the Huskies as he fought his way down for about a gain of 3. but he was wrapped up right away, and now it'll be 4th down and about 5 yards for the Rams.
Yeah, changes look different over there. It looks like about 4th and 6, but I'll take 4th and 5.
4th down and 5, we'll call it. Ball on the 24-yard line. Bloom under center. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to roll out. Still looking. Fires to the outside, and it is incomplete. Pass intended for number 28, Josh Ruth. So the Rams running the ball perfectly well, up the middle, pounding it up the middle, and all of a sudden they go to the air, and they stall out and turn it over on downs.
Yeah, that whole deal there was on what would have been 1st down. Instead of running, they decided to roll out Bloom. He took a 3-yard sack.
I just don't see the point. I mean, you're moving the ball like that. There's no reason to go away from that, but it doesn't matter as the Huskies will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. 4:18 to go here in the first quarter. Huskies trailing by 14 points to the Rams. Glenwood defense has been a bend, don't break kind of night, and now an official timeout on the field.
Chain gang.
Yep. So they finally set the ball, and we're ready to go. 1st and 10 from their own 23. Kleemeyer in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Pashik, and Pashik goes nowhere. Nice push there from the defensive line of Glenwood. That's number 65, Parker Sell, at the bottom of the pile once again, along with Caleb Sanders. And Sell, who didn't start at the beginning of the season, making some nice plays tonight.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, and he plays mean, if that makes sense for a lot of people out there. I mean, he flies the ball. Sometimes he does a little bit too much of an over pursuit, but I like him getting some playing time. Tell you what, he's having a good game, and just a junior as well, big kid.
2nd down and 11 now after a loss of 1. Kleemeyer in the shotgun. He has trips out to his right. One receiver to his left. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looking, fires across the middle, and it is incomplete. Nice coverage there by number 24, Cohen Watson. Pass intended for number 30, Ty Gillian, and that will bring up 3rd down and long now for the Rams. And Cohen Watson also didn't start last year, has really come onto the scene.
You see a lot of different changes of the lineup here. Burrish and Bloom are back there. I think they think they're
expecting a deep pass. I mean,
so that's why Burrish is going to go out there and play corner now. It looks like.
So Kleemeyer takes the snap. It's going to be a screen pass there. Sherry slips out of the tackle of Sherry, and a nice tackle there from behind by Caleb Sanders, coming off the line and making the tackle on the screen pass at about the 29-yard line. So a gain of 6 or 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down on medium yardage. And it looks like the Huskies are going to send the punt team out, backed up into their own territory.
Yeah, I said it right away, good call, and it was, but then I forget there's not many D tackles in 3A football that can run like Caleb Sanders.
He is quite the player. So Huskies punting, Zach Carr back to receive, and looks like it's going to be a false start, so it will move the Huskies back even further. So a 5-yard penalty on the Huskies will make it 4th down and 10 from their own 23. So right back where they started. So Glenwood stalls out, but the defense comes up big once again. And this Husky offense is struggling here in this first half. Quite a quick game as we're already under 3 minutes to go here in this game.
Only 8-13.
Huskies ready to punt it away. There's the kick. It's going to be Carr, and a pretty good punt there. And Carr's going to take it from the 43-yard line. Carr makes a move at first. Breaks free from some tackles, has the corner across the 50, and he's finally going to be brought down at about the 45-yard line of Winterset. So a nice return there. Carr has had some big mistakes there on that punt team, but this time he's able to haul that one in and make the most out of it. I mean, able to get back to the 45-yard line, and that's important now. Great field position with less than 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot difference where you catch the ball at the 35-yard line of your own.
Yep.
You kind of hope you break out a big run, but here, just run your normal offense.
Exactly.
3 timeouts still. There's 2:39 to go in the half, and Glenwood's been moving the ball.
So Bloom takes the snap on 1st down, hands it up the middle to Carter. Carter bumbling his way down across the 40 to the 38. A gain of about 7 yards on the play. And then it'll bring up 2nd and short for the Rams. So 2:27 to go here in the first half. Glenwood with a 14-0 lead over the Huskies. And hands on their hips, this Husky defense is tired.
Yeah, they are.
They've been on the field so much.
Well, we said that Glenwood wears the defenses down with its running offense. They just come at you every play.
Carter up the middle once again, coming at him again. as he fights his way down across the 35, and it looks like he's going to have the first down. So he was almost brought down at the 36, and he looked at the chains and dragged the tackler across the 35 to the 33, and that's where the Rams will have a 1st and 10 with 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
He's a tough runner, but once again, that's a great line up there. And we've given him the credit all year, but they've got to be one of the best in the state 3A.
Bloom takes the snap. He's going to pump. Now fires deep down the sideline to Kennedy, and it's well out of bounds. And a nice play there by Casey Kleemeyer coming all the way across the field and disrupting that pass. And now the Rams will have 2nd and 10 with 1:51 to go in the first half. It was one of those disco routes. Bloom took the snap and faked it right away, and then held on to the pump fake and then launched it deep down the sideline. Kennedy looked open at first. The crowd got up and ready to cheer, and then all of a sudden Kleemeyer flies in and knocks that pass away. So a nice pass, nice play there from the defense. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 as Carter straight up the middle, and again looked like he had a big hole, but his legs were chopped from underneath him. A gain of only about 2 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Rams. So
Still
3rd and 8.
Still plenty of time left on the clock for Glenwood. 1:33, moving the ball easily.
Yep. 3rd down and 8 now for the Rams. They come out in their run set. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Carter. Big hole there for Carter as he breaks free across the 20, and inside the 20 to the 19-yard line goes Carter. And you heard a simultaneous nice hole there from the Ram fans here on the side in the stands. As a huge hole opened up, they parted the Red Sea for Carter, and he's able to find his way down to the 19-yard line. 1st down and 10 with 1:12 to go. Bloom takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Carter once again. Same exact play, huge hole again, and fighting his way down inside the 10, and he's finally brought down at the Winterset 4-yard line. Another big gain of 15 yards on the play. 1:02 now to go in the first half, and the Rams are moving quickly and moving in big chunks as they have 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to have a timeout Winterset. So the Rams were moving the ball so well, they forced Winterset to call the timeout. And a standing ovation here from Ram fans. 2 plays in a row. The Glenwood offensive line parts the Red Sea as Carter with 2 big chunks. And now the Rams have 1st and goal.
Once again, it was the same play.
Yep.
Just keep
Same
running
exact play.
it. They're not stopping it. If they run right off left tackle and left guard, right behind Sanders, and he's going to go play for South Dakota State for a reason.
Exactly.
The hole right there is huge, and then once he is through the hole, he's strong enough to carry tacklers and get yardage. That play, keep running it. Make them stop that play before you do something different.
Exactly. So this Winterset defense has been on their heels this entire first half. The Glenwood defense, and this is just a dominating performance right now, and it will be even more dominating if they're able to punch it in as they have 1st down and goal from the 5-yard line with already a 14-point lead with just over a minute to go here in the first half. Winterset comes out. They stack the box. And the Rams stack the line here on 1st and goal. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Carter. Carter with a huge hole, and he's into the end zone. The same exact play. Touchdown, Glenwood.
Yeah.
Noah Carter, that was the same play the other way. They motioned Silvius over as the lead blocker, a huge hole right up the middle, and Carter walks into the end zone, and the Rams have started a blowout here in the first half.
It's very vanilla, but it works.
It is.
They should absolutely stick with it until they stop you. There's no reason to change.
So 59 seconds to go here as Alex Nusser punches through the PAT. So with 59 seconds left here in the second quarter, your score, Glenwood 21, Winterset 0. A game that was expected to be tight and was expected to be neck and neck, wire to wire, has come out as a blowout here in the first half as the Rams have all the momentum in the world.
Yeah, Carter with another touchdown, another great drive by Glenwood. They got the ball, I think, with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go. From about the 47, 46-yard line, and still there's a minute on the clock, and they ran the football.
So the Rams, Kevin, they're making a statement right now. They have come out in this game. People were talking all week about how close this game was going to be, and they are just dominating the Winterset Huskies right now, up 21-0 with a minute to go here in the first half as they're ready to kick off Alex Nusser, the sophomore kicker. He's 3 for 3 on PATs. He's ready to kick his third kickoff of the night as well. There's the kick. And it's going to be taken by number 31, Tyron, for the Huskies, trying to find some blocks, cutting it back up the middle, and finally, no, he's going to break free, and here comes Tyron down the sideline across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So it looked like the Rams had him wrapped up a couple times, but he's able to fight his way out to the 36 with 48 seconds to go here in the first half.
Give Glenwood's defense credit as well. I mean, yeah, we were marching on them on offense, but they're doing a good job of. They're probably having
great job.
Yeah, they're having one or two plays a drive where they give up some big yardage, and then after that they really just they stick up and do well.
Bloom into the game on defense. Back deep as a safety, expecting a deep ball here with only 48 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from their own 33 for the Huskies. They're going to run the ball here with Pashik. Pashik has some room around the left side. Pashik down across the 40, across the 45 to the 46-yard line. A gain of about 10 yards, 12 yards on the play there, and a first down for the Huskies. Clock stops as they reset the ball. They have 2 timeouts left in this half.
A lot of offensive guys out there playing defense now. Noah Carter's out there. Cody Bursch is out there. And Bloom, who don't see many snaps on the defensive side.
So clock starts again. Kleemeyer in the shotgun with trips to his left. Looking. Pressure coming now. Has some room. And here he comes across the 50 to the 45. And Kleemeyer finally runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line. All the way onto the track as he had quite a bit of speed going. And the Ram faithful wanted a hold there on that right side of the line. But Kleemeyer able to make something out of nothing and get down to the 40-yard line.
We talked about this on Tuesday on the podcast. It's prevent defense. It just gives them that extra yardage and momentum.
I hate it, Kevin. I always have. So Rams are dropping defensive backs back into the secondary, and now the Huskies with 2 big chunks of yards. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. Kleemeyer, the play-action pass. Here comes the pressure. He outruns Bales, throws as he's hit, and it is intercepted there. Picked off by number 11, Jake Mertfeld. As the ball was tipped off the receiver's hands, Kleemeyer threw it up as he went down. It looked like Jacob Dick had it in his hands, but it went off and into the hands of Jake Mertfeld, so that will halt any kind of momentum the Huskies had on offense, and now the Rams will take over with just 22 seconds left in this first half. They'll likely just kneel it out and sit on their 21-point lead. But, Kevin, this team is fired up.
Yeah, and once again, give credit, too, to this defensive line. I believe it was Isaac Bales who grabbed him by the ankle right when he threw that ball, so it deferred the ball a little bit. And, Rams should just need this, take it in the lead, 21-0.
That's what they're going to do. So a dominating first half, nothing but Glenwood Rams here in Glenwood. Our score at halftime, Glenwood 21, Winterset 0. Rams with a dominating performance here at Ram Memorial Field, and we are going to take a break for halftime. We will be back with the second half, so stay tuned on GlenwoodSports.com.
Accurate Insurance is our newest sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 508 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for life and health, commercial, crop and farm, or personal insurance? Then give Accurate Insurance a call today at 712-527-9106 for your free quote today. Stop down and see Scott and Laura Barrett at 401 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Barrett Auto is your local complete auto service car dealership. Barrett Auto Center has a wide variety of vehicles for all your needs. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Also, stop by and see their Hercules tires. They come with a 3-year free road hazard nationwide, along with a 30-day test trial. Check out their website at barrettautocenter.com, or just give them a call at 712-527-5525. Barrett Auto Center. Looking for a place to eat? Well, stop down at El Porton here in Glenwood, Iowa. El Porton is a family-owned Mexican grill located at 612 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for a good bite to eat after the game? Well, stop down and check out their daily specials. El Porton. Looking for a place to bank? Well, check out Glenwood State Bank, because they're back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. Located at 32 North Walnut on the west side of the square in Glenwood, Iowa, Glenwood State Bank has been serving southwest Iowa since 1899. Glenwood State Bank is the bank for all your needs. Check out their online services at GlenwoodStateBank.com or give them a call at 712-527-3157. Looking for a spot to store all your goods? Well, contact Iowa Storage here in Glenwood, Iowa. Glenwood, Iowa Storage is located at 50619 220th Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. They offer multiple sizes of storage units along with outdoor concrete storage. Give them a call today at 712-527-3311 and reserve your unit today at Iowa Storage. Are you in need of a new or used vehicle? Then head over to Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Take the new bridge over and talk with Glenwood's Dave Wilson at 402-296-3210 for your next new or used vehicle. Jeff Henry Chevrolet is located in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. No matter who you are, they have your car at Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Check out their line of vehicles and more at jeffhenrychevrolet.com. Jim Hughes Real Estate is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. Located at 410 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking to buy, sell, or rent a house? Well, look no further than Glenwood's very own Jim Hughes Real Estate. You can contact Jim Hughes Real Estate at 712-527-3114 or visit their website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Looking for a place to get your dog groomed? Well, stop by Sharp Street Groomers, located at 102 South Walnut, here on the town square in Glenwood, Iowa. Sharp Street Groomers is a place for your dog to get pampered. Whether your dog needs nail trim, bath, cut, or furminated, stop by or give them a call at 712-527-5553. Sharp Street Groomers, we take all shapes and sizes. State Farm Insurance with Marty Stavas is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. State Farm Insurance is located at 10 North Locust here in Glenwood, Iowa. State Farm Insurance offers auto, home, life, and renters insurance. You can give them a call at 712-527-5480 or check out their website at statefarm.com. Accurate Insurance is our newest sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 508 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for life and health, commercial, crop and farm, or personal insurance? Then give Accurate Insurance a call today at 712-527-9106 for your free quote today. Stop down and see Scott and Laura Barrett at 401 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Barrett Auto is your local complete auto service car dealership. Barrett Auto Center has a wide variety of vehicles for all your needs. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Also, stop by and see their Hercules tires. They come with a 3-year free road hazard nationwide along with a 30-day test trial. Check out their website at barrettautocenter.com or just give them a call at 712-527-5525. Barrett Auto Center. Looking for a place to eat? Well, stop down at El Porton here in Glenwood, Iowa. El Porton is a family-owned Mexican grill located at 612 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for a good bite to eat after the game? Well, stop down and check out their daily specials. El Porton. Looking for a place to bank? Well, check out Glenwood State Bank because they're back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. Located at 32 North Walnut on the west side of the square in Glenwood, Iowa, Glenwood State Bank has been serving southwest Iowa since 1899. Glenwood State Bank is the bank for all your needs. Check out their online services at GlenwoodStateBank.com or give them a call at 712-527-3157. Looking for a spot to store all your goods? Well, contact Iowa Storage here in Glenwood, Iowa. Glenwood, Iowa Storage is located at 50619 220th Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. They offer multiple sizes of storage units along with outdoor concrete storage. Give them a call today at 712-527-3311 and reserve your unit today at Iowa Storage. Are you in need of a new or used vehicle? Then head over to Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Take the new bridge over and talk with Glenwood's Dave Wilson at 402-296-3210 for your next new or used vehicle. Jeff Henry Chevrolet is located in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. No matter who you are, they have your car at Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Check out their line of vehicles and more at jeffhenrychevrolet.com. Jim Hughes Real Estate is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 410 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking to buy, sell, or rent a house? Well, look no further than Glenwood's very own Jim Hughes Real Estate. You can contact Jim Hughes Real Estate at 712-527-3114 or visit their website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Looking for a place to get your dog groomed? Well, stop by Sharp Street Groomers, located at 102 South Walnut, here on the town square in Glenwood, Iowa. Sharp Street Groomers is a place for your dog to get pampered. Whether your dog needs nail trim, bath, cut, or furminated, stop by or give them a call at 712-527-5553. Sharp Street Groomers, we take all shapes and sizes. State Farm Insurance with Marty Stavas is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. State Farm Insurance is located at 10 North Locust here in Glenwood, Iowa. State Farm Insurance offers auto, home, life, and renters insurance. You can give them a call at 712-527-5480 or check out their website at statefarm.com. Accurate Insurance is our newest sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 508 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for life and health, commercial, crop and farm, or personal insurance? Then give Accurate Insurance a call today at 712-527-9106 for your free quote today. Stop down and see Scott and Laura Barrett at 401 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Barrett Auto is your local complete auto service car dealership. Barrett Auto Center has a wide variety of vehicles for all your needs. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Also, stop by and see their Hercules tires. They come with a 3-year free road hazard nationwide along with a 30-day test trial. Check out their website at barrettautocenter.com or just give them a call at 712-527-5525. Barrett Auto Center. Looking for a place to eat? Well, stop down at El Porton here in Glenwood, Iowa. El Porton is a family-owned Mexican grill located at 612 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for a good bite to eat after the game? Well, stop down and check out their daily specials. El Porton. Looking for a place to bank? Well, check out Glenwood State Bank because they're back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. Located at 32 North Walnut on the west side of the square in Glenwood, Iowa. Glenwood State Bank has been serving southwest Iowa since 1899. Glenwood State Bank is the bank for all your needs. Check out their online services at glenwoodstatebank.com or give them a call at 712-527-3157. Looking for a spot to store all your goods? Well, contact Iowa Storage here in Glenwood, Iowa. Glenwood, Iowa Storage is located at 50619 220th Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. They offer multiple sizes of storage units along with outdoor concrete storage. Give them a call today at 712-527-3311 and reserve your unit today at Iowa Storage. Are you in need of a new or used vehicle? Then head over to Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Take the new bridge over and talk with Glenwood's Dave Wilson at 402-296-3210 for your next new or used vehicle. Jeff Henry Chevrolet is located in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. No matter who you are, they have your car at Jeff Henry Chevrolet. Check out their line of vehicles and more at jeffhenrychevrolet.com. Jim Hughes Real Estate is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 410 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking to buy, sell, or rent a house? Well, look no further than Glenwood's very own Jim Hughes Real Estate. You can contact Jim Hughes Real Estate at 712-527-3114 or visit their website at jimhughesrealestate.com. Looking for a place to get your dog groomed? Well, stop by Sharp Street Groomers, located at 102 South Walnut here on the town square in Glenwood, Iowa. Sharp Street Groomers is a place for your dog to get pampered. Whether your dog needs nail trim, bath, cut, or furminated, stop by or give them a call at 712-527-5553. Sharp Street Groomers, we take all shapes and sizes. State Farm Insurance with Marty Stavas is back as a sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com. State Farm Insurance is located at 10 North Locust here in Glenwood, Iowa. State Farm Insurance offers auto, home, life, and renters insurance. You can give them a call at 712-527-5480 or check out their website at statefarm.com. Accurate Insurance is our newest sponsor here on GlenwoodSports.com, located at 508 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Looking for life and health, commercial, crop and farm, or personal insurance? Then give Accurate Insurance a call today at 712-527-9106 for your free quote today. Stop down and see Scott and Laura Barrett at 401 South Locust Street here in Glenwood, Iowa. Barrett Auto is your local complete auto service car dealership. Barrett Auto Center has a wide variety of vehicles for all your needs. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Also, stop by and see their Hercules tire.
So the Rams offensive line folks doing a good job that first half, just making the way for these running backs and quarterbacks for the Rams. Carter with 107 yards on 14 carries. Very impressive running by him once again. He's got 2 touchdowns in the first half as well. Bloom started off for the Rams for a touchdown run. It's 21-0 here at halftime. Thanks for all those sponsors you guys just saw. Without that, we would not have games like this broadcasted to you live video for free. So, 2:24 on the clock. All Rams so far, Nick. It's not been crazy. It's been the same play, but it's working, and nothing is going to change, I hope.
No, the Rams it's just domination. I mean, it's a rout right now, and the one thing I can say that isn't just all good is they can't fall asleep. We saw that against Atlantic. They got up big early in the third quarter, and then they kind of fell asleep. They let them climb back into the game. They ended up winning by a bunch. But, you know, with a team that has a guy like Kleemeyer, you can't allow because, you know, a couple big plays and they're right back in the game.
Right.
So, that, you know, they can't fall asleep. They have to keep doing what they're doing. There's no doubt in my mind that Winterset's going to make adjustments, so they got to be ready for those. But right now, if the Rams just keep that run game rolling, I mean, Winterset knows it's coming and they can't stop it. So the offensive line right now is my player of the game, as they are just, making it easy for the ball carriers.
Yep, and then I think on the defensive side, they got to keep getting pressure on the quarterback. They're doing an outstanding job, and it's not just one guy there; it's all of them.
Yep.
Sanders is back there a lot, but it's also Parker Sell doing a good job. Bales is doing a good job. Maurer's been back there a couple times. All around,
Yep.
a good job of that defensive line, putting pressure on the quarterback and making them make a decision fast and early. And sometimes that's not the greatest.
So the Rams back out on the field, warming up. Winterset is awaiting the Rams to warm up, as we have under a minute to go until we get this game going again. Kevin, did you already say the district scores?
I have not. I believe it was 21-0. Atlantic leads the Carroll Tigers at halftime, 28-7.
7.
I think it's 28-3. Here we go. We'll get some scores for you now.
As the Rams make their way back to the sideline, a standing ovation. Kind of a thin crowd tonight. It's a little chilly. We've easily dropped under 40 degrees wind chill. It's, coats and hats out here.
Harlan, 28-7, yes. Harlan's up. Lewis Central's up big on TJ.
Really? I thought that would be a pretty good game, too.
I think the biggest, besides this right now, a 21-0 score between Atlantic and Carroll is pretty surprising. ADM is 28, Creston 6.
So the Glenwood Rams with a 21-0 lead over the Winterset Huskies in a game that a lot of people thought would be tight across the state, and it isn't.
That shows you how much Glenwood's improved, and Nick, and you've been saying it lately, how they've been just really peaking at the right time, and there's no doubt about it.
And they're really making a statement right now. So Alex Neusser will kick off here as the Huskies will receive the ball to start the second half. Glenwood with a 21-0 lead, 2 quarters left to play as we start the second half, and there's the kick, and we are underway. A little pooch kick there, as it's going to be number 3 to take it at the 35-yard line. Trying to find the program here.
Ben Roenfeld on the stop there for the Rams.
So number 3, Jaden Sweeney, the sophomore, up back there. Fields the kickoff, and now Kleemeyer and the Winterset Huskies are going to try to get anything they can going here against this stout Ram defense. 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. Kleemeyer in the shotgun. He has trips out to his right. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Pashik. Pashik has a little room up the middle, down to about the 40-yard line. A gain of 3-4 yards on the play, and that was Brady Porter, not Pashik. So Porter, the ball carrier, gain of 4 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Huskies. This Glenwood defense has shut down the Winterset running game. Only 50 yards of rushing offense in the first half, only 95 yards of total offense, and that came with a 40-yard pass play midway through the first quarter. So this Ram defense is playing really well right now. As Kleemeyer takes the snap on 2nd down, pump fakes, now fires deep across the middle, and it is picked off right in the arms of Anthony Sherry. That's Jake Mertfeld once again, his 2nd of the night. Jake Mertfeld receives that ball like a punt. I mean, it just fell right into his arms. Yeah, right at the 30-yard line. He takes it back to about the 36. So Jake Mertfeld, a nice interception in return. And back to the drawing board for the Huskies again, as they have just gotten – it is not their night.
No. And, that time he did have time. And just a missed overthrow there, unfortunate for the Huskies. But, power to the Rams. They're in the right spot at the right time, and Glenwood's capitalizing on these turnovers. That's the biggest thing. They're not turning over the ball, and they're capitalizing on the Wintersets.
1st and 10 for the Rams as Silvius goes in motion out of trips. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Carter. Carter with a big hole up the middle across the 30, fighting his way down inside the 25, dragging tacklers inside the 20 as he's finally brought down at the Winterset 19-yard line. A gain of 17 yards up the middle on the play, and a first down, Glenwood.
And see, there's where the line does a good job, but he gained 15 extra yards on his own.
Yep. So the Glenwood Rams with a huge push up front, and they are just firing on all cylinders again, trying to add to their 3-score lead here early in the second half as Bloom comes out under center, 1st and 10 from the Winterset 20. Silvius goes in motion from trips. Takes the snap. He's going to, ball is loose, ball is on the ground, and it looks like Carter might have picked it up.
No, I think they have it.
Does Winterset have it? Yep, so Silvius, the lead blocker, kind of ran into Bloom there as he took the snap. The ball was loose, and it looks like the Huskies will recover. So Glenwood forces an interception, and then they come right back and fumble it inside the Winterset red zone, and now the Huskies will take over at their own 12-yard line with a 1st and 10. But I was just going to go back before the Rams started rolling. Kleemeyer has thrown 2 interceptions this entire season, and this Glenwood D is so good they've already forced 2 tonight. Jake Mertfeld with both of those.
Yep, I think it starts all with the pressure. I really do.
So in the shotgun as Kleemeyer takes the snap. He's going to hand it to the outside to Pashik, and Brett Maurer with the initial hit, followed by Cohen Watson in the corner. So Maurer and Watson able to both bring him down at about the 15, 16-yard line, a gain of 3 or 4 yards on the play. And you said it right away, Brett Maurer with some perfect pursuit there.
Yeah, well, and that's what they teach kids, you go to get blocked in football.
Yep.
Shred the block and make the tackle. And a good job, textbook tackle there by Brett. Or hit, I guess he hit him, but Watson there to clean it up for him.
2nd and 7 from their own 15. Kleemeyer in the I formation under center. Takes the snap, hands it up the middle to the fullback as he is wrapped up and thrown down in the backfield there by Anthony Sherry. He
Wrestling
picked him,
move.
Yeah, no kidding. All of a sudden you just see the ball carrier's legs fly up in the air as Sherry just slammed him down right back at the 13-yard line.
He'll use that next year with Coach Drescher in Iowa State.
Anthony Sherry, the Iowa State wrestling commit, ranked number 1 preseason going into this year in Class 3A. Quite the wrestler, but he's making plays on the football field right now as it's 3rd and 9 for the Huskies. Kleemeyer back to pass pressure coming, fires to the outside, and it is caught there by number 31, Gillian, and he's finally thrown out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 31, that's Tyron.
I think it was broken coverage that time on Carr.
Tyron, the reception there, so 1st and 10 from their own 37. Kleemeyer with a nice pass off his back foot, and those are the kind of passes that he's going to make. Carr lost him in coverage, and they're able to take advantage of it. So a big gain there of about 25 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 37 for the Huskies. Kleemeyer in the shotgun, takes the pass and fires it deep down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Pass was offline there, intended for number 12, Andrew Nickel. That is his leading receiver on the season, the first time he's been targeted tonight. And it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Huskies.
You can see adjustment what Glenwood's doing now. I think they weren't doing as much earlier in the season. They're putting Mertfield way back there, about 20 yards, maybe even more, off the line of scrimmage.
So Kleemeyer comes out in the shotgun, 2 receivers on either side, pressure right away, and he's dropped in the backfield. Isaac Bales went unblocked right up the middle and dropped Kleemeyer all the way back at the 26-yard line. What a play there from Isaac Bales. How fast was he?
I was going to say, he was shot out of there in a cannon.
Oh, my gosh. Just right through the line like it was nothing. 3rd and 22 now, a loss of 11 yards on the play for the Huskies. It'll be 3rd and a mile now. 3rd and Chicago here as they're heading north for the Huskies. Ball on their own 25-yard line. Kleemeyer in the shotgun. Looks like the Rams are bringing pressure, and they do. And Kleemeyer hands it off right up the middle. And Pashik with some room, but not enough, as he's brought down at about the 34-yard line.
Good tackle by Josh Ruth there.
Number 7, that was Brady Porter. So there's 3 guys that carry the ball. It's either Kleemeyer, Porter, or Pashik. We have a 30% chance that we're going to get it right when we call a name. But it was not even close to enough for a first down, a gain of about 9 yards. A 4th and 13 now for the Huskies as they will punt. Nickel to punt it off, and pretty good kick there. Zach Carr will wave this one away as it lands at about the 32, and it will roll down to about the 28-yard line, and that's where Glenwood will take over. So the Glenwood Rams with a nice stop there after getting the interception, then fumbling it themselves, and then able to force a punt and send their offense right back out on the field as they have a 21-0 lead with just over 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Kerry kind of limping a little bit when he came off the sideline. I think he got a Charlie horse on his right thigh.
So 1st and 10 now for the Rams, ball on their own 28-yard line. They come out in that trips formation once again. Carter the lone back. Bloom under center. Silvius goes in motion off the kickstart. And movement. Looks 66. Like they're pointing at Dylan Hopp, the sophomore lineman. And Kevin, that has to be a little tough. I mean, you have Sorensen, you have Sanders,
yep.
Weiser, Roenfeld, and Mintel, all 5 seniors up there. And then you have the lone black sheep, the sophomore Dylan Hopp, who's just a huge kid. I mean, 6'3", 250. He's a monster. He's been playing tackle all season, but, being the youngest guy on the field, you're probably going to make some mistakes.
Yeah, that's when it happened a handful of times all season long. Not on him. I'm talking about the whole offensive line.
Yep.
So, yeah, it stinks, but it's going to happen in football.
So the Rams 1st down and 15 now. Bloom takes the snap, throws a screen pass to Burris. Burris with a little room down across the 30-yard line, and he's taken down at the 33-yard line. So a well-blocked screen pass there. They're able to get about 8 of those yards back. So that'll bring up 2nd down and about 7 for the Rams.
That's twice now that play's worked for Glenwood tonight, thrown over there to Burris right away. And that pass, that play does not work if Bloom doesn't put it right on the money in the
And that play doesn't work if he doesn't get his blocks either.
Right.
So it will be 2nd and 6 now, ball on their own 32. Trips out to Bloom's right. Bloom takes the snap up the middle to Carter, and he is going to be stuffed right away. That is number 55, Sam Keating, the 6'1", 205-pound senior there, as he wrapped up Carter right in the backfield. No gain on the play. They'll bring up 3rd down and 6 now from their own 32-yard line for the Rams as we approach 7 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Glenwood still holding on to that 21-0 lead as they come out on 3rd down. Huskies crowding the line here, looking to bring some pressure. 3rd down and 6. Bloom under center. Silvius goes in motion, takes the snap, and he's going to hand it to the outside to Carter. Carter has room and billing over tackles out to about the 40-yard line. A gain of about 8 yards on 3rd and 6, and that will move the chains for the Rams. 1st down, Glenwood.
That shows you how much confidence they have on the offensive line and even in a runner and Carter. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Run it and get 8.
I don't know about you, but I was impressed by Nick Bauer on that tackle. Not a lot of times you see people bringing Noah Carter down in the open field, but he put his head down, he hit him in the legs, and was able to bring him down, or that could have been a touchdown. There was nobody behind Bauer.
Good tackle. He went low.
So it will be 1st down nonetheless for the Rams on their own 40-yard line as Bloom takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself after the fake handoff, and he's going to be wrapped up right away there by number 54, Carter Griffin, as he grabbed him by the legs. A gain of about 2 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and about 8 for the Rams.
Kind of a weird handoff that time, or fake handoff. I don't know if they kind of knew what they were doing that time or who was taking it, but a good job by Bloom to pick up even 2 yards that time for the Rams.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter as Bloom takes the snap and hands it to Carter on 2nd down. And Carter, patient with his blocks, breaking free across the 50 inside the 45, and finally dragged out of bounds at the 41-yard line. He was stopped right away, and then all of a sudden he cuts it back up the middle, and in his burst of speed, able to get him down to the Winterset 40-yard line. It looked like there was a slow getting up Husky there. That's number 19, Nick Mortoza. He was slow getting up, so they subbed somebody in for him.
I think a lot of that running comes from rugby when he plays that. And you
Yeah.
can see that when he's out there in the open, in rugby you get hit a lot and you got to keep running.
Yep.
With no pads. Now he's got pads that run people over, and just a strong kid, strong, tough runner.
1st and 10 for the Rams from the 40-yard line. Bloom takes the snap, hands it up the middle to Carter once again as he's dragging tacklers down across the 35. Finally shoved back. And it looked like the ball came out, and Winterset says they have it. We'll see what the refs call.
Thought they blew it dead before, but maybe not.
The Winterset players were pointing their way, but it looks like Glenwood will have the ball. So they spotted at the 34-yard line, and Carter got hit 3 yards from the line of scrimmage, and he got 6. You know, he'll get hit 4 and he'll get 8. He almost doubles the yardage he can get after contact.
He really does.
Just carrying, and kudos to the offensive line. That was a big pile pushing him that entire way. So 2nd down and 4 now for the Rams. Hard count, and it looked like there's movement. We're gonna see who this goes on. It looks like they're gonna call it on the Huskies. So hard count there by Bloom, able to get the Huskies to jump offside, and now the Rams will have an automatic 1st down. It'll be a 5-yard penalty on 2nd and 4. So 1st down Glenwood as they are moving the ball inside the 30-yard line of the 29. This Glenwood crowd is not very big, but it's, you know, pretty loud tonight. They are standing ovations and cheering as Glenwood just methodically moves this ball down the field.
Lots of cheers tonight when it's 21-0. I mean, the Rams look impressive. And then Glenwood does the same thing right back. So, false start on the Rams. We'll back it up. So now be 1st and 15.
Yeah, so let's just go right back where we started. So it'll be 1st and 15 now from the 34 for the Rams. 4:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rams just walking right down the field. 1st and 15 now from the Winterset 34-yard line. Bloom takes the snap, keeps it himself. There was a guy right in the backfield, and Noah Carter able to throw a block, but Winterset able to gather together and make a gang tackle there on Bloom as he gets down to about the 33, a gain of a yard. But, you know, one of the defenders just flew straight through the line, and Carter, that was a big collision right there as Carter just body slammed him straight to the ground, trying to protect his quarterback because he had a free rein right at Bloom.
It was a good job of the defensive line of Winterset. I watched the right side of the line that time. They got through there pretty easily, so good job there by the Huskies.
They are trying to find small victories right now as they trail 21-0. 3:49 to go in the 3rd. Rams have 2nd down and 14 from the 33. Bloom fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Bloom breaking free, down across the 25, inside the 20, and dragging tacklers to the 16-yard line goes Andrew Bloom, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Rams. A nice run there. They'd run it to Carter over and over and over, and then Bloom able to make a nice read on the read option, bounces it outside, and they sucked him in, and then they bounced it outside, and a big gain there for Bloom.
You can tell Bloom's experience there, folks. That time before he snapped it, he turned back. You could see him probably tell Noah, go left, I'm going right. And Bloom saw something when he was under center, a good check down and a good play there by Andrew Bloom.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line for the Rams, taking their time here. Ruth goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. This time it's a handoff up the middle to Carter. And Carter down to about the 13-yard line, a gain of 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down and about 7 or 8 for the Rams. So they are taking their sweet time right now.
Running the clock, too. That's what I like to see.
This has been a lightning-fast game as we are already under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. 2nd and 7 for the Rams. Ball on the Winterset 13-yard line. Bloom under center. Ruth goes in motion, takes the snap. He's going to hand it up the middle to Carter. Carter, head down, fighting his way down inside the 10.
Third short.
About to the 9. So a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Rams, and they're doing them once again 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust, and it's working. No need to do anything different.
No. It's when you get in trouble.
So 3rd and 3 from the 9-yard line for Glenwood. 2:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bloom under center. Ruth goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. Hands it off up the middle to Carter. Carter breaking free down inside the 5. Fighting his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Glenwood.
Oh, referee got hit that time. Ooh, he does not. He's not
moving.
So hopefully he's okay, but a good run there by Noah Carter.
He got hit, and he is not moving. This referee is down at the goal line. Yep, and he is angry, it looks like. So trainers out there checking out the referee.
Looking at a knee. Could be an ACL.
Yeah, and it was a big pile there pushing Carter into the end zone. So with 2:02 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Glenwood has taken a 27-0 lead awaiting the extra point as one of these referees are down, and he was not moving right away. They've rolled him over onto his back, and they're checking him out.
Ooh. Checking that left knee out, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, Noah Carter's third touchdown,
Yeah.
and the Rams lead 27-0. You know, and once again, the Rams there, you know, throw a couple passes, but referee is kind of up now, and
Looks like he's popping a knee back in or something, you know? I'm not sure what it is. Who knows what he's doing? He was not feeling good, though, right off that, right away. He's up and he's running. Maybe just a dead leg or something? I don't know.
it could have been just kind of, I don't know. I guess film was right on it. I'll be able to see tomorrow.
So Dr. Kinkle and Dr. Stryker. Check him out. He's all right. He's up and going. So now Alex Nusser, the sophomore kicker, he's 3 for 3 on the night. He's going to try to make it 4 here with this PAT. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So Alex Nusser is 4 for 4 on the night on PATs, and the Glenwood Rams are blowing out the Winterset Huskies right now. Your score with 2:02 to go in the third. Glenwood 28, Winterset 0. As this kickoff team goes out once again. And this, you know, Kevin, this is the most impressive performance I've seen from the Rams all season. No doubt in my mind.
Right. I mean, there's still a quarter and 2 minutes left, but so far it's been from start to finish. Clean football by the Rams
against a good team too. I mean, Winterset's not the pushover team like the last couple games they've had. They are playing a legitimate 3A, you know, kind of a powerhouse here in Winterset, and they are just blowing them out right now, flexing their muscles on the Huskies right now as it is 28-0 as Alex Nusser is ready to boot it deep here for the Rams. There's the kick. And it's going to be the up back to take it from the 17-yard line. Gets down across the 25, and he's taken down there by Brett Maurer at the 26-yard line. So that was number 40, Eric Short, the tight end. And, you know, it's just kind of quiet here. I mean, not a lot to get excited about. It's honestly a pretty boring game for both sides, as the Rams are just absolutely dominating right now. There's really not a lot to...
No, I mean, and it's on this side too. Glenwood's defense is absolutely dominating right there. Wow.
Right there. What a play. Caleb Sanders, man. Sanders able to drop Pashik in the backfield. Handoff up the middle and went for a loss of 1 as Caleb Sanders right now is my player of the game. He is making some huge blocks on offense and some huge tackles on defense as well. 2nd 11 now for the Huskies, ball on their own 26. Minute 30 to go here in the third quarter. Glenwood with a 28-0 lead. Kleinmeyer comes out under center in the I formation. He takes the snap, drops back to pass, pressure coming, fires across the middle, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for his tight end, Eric Short.
Anthony Sherry on the coverage that time, along with 21, that was Carr. So good job by Glenwood's defense. You know,
Brett Maurer, did you see that?
God.
He had a and that kid, you know, being friends with him, whenever he can make a hit, his eyes just light up, and he is ready to make that hit. He wasn't able to do it there without a roughing call, but he had.
I was hoping.
He went unblocked off the edge, blitz off the edge, unblocked, and just about had Kleinmeyer. I mean, he had him in the crosshairs, but Kleinmeyer able to get the ball off, but it wasn't complete. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11 now for the Huskies. They bring the receivers in tight, 4 split out wide. Kleinmeyer has a little time, fires to the outside, incomplete. Pass intended for Jacob Dick. He wanted a holding call on Sherry, but he doesn't get it, and so now the Winterset punt team will come out once again. And, you know, we talk about this offensive line and the offensive firepower that the Rams have right now, but how about this defense?
Yeah, and then, you know, you see this quarterback stats before he comes in here, and they're great. They are. But then you realize how good Glenwood's defensive line is because they put pressure on him and make him throw the ball a lot earlier than he's used to, and it's caused trouble.
So there's the punt down to the inside the 40-yard line as Carr lets that one go to the 36-yard line. So Glenwood is fired up. If they just keep doing what they're doing, with 1:04 to go in the third quarter and a 28-point lead, it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out. They can't fall asleep, but, man, they're going to try to coast to the finish.
You know who likes that goose egg more than anyone on that sideline is Coach Woodrow.
No kidding. Defensive, kind of the defensive coordinators in Woodrow and Coach Albert. Two football geniuses, man. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about, and he's got his secondary fired up. 1st and 10 now for the Rams on their own 36. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself as he picks his way down across the 40-yard line, and now fighting off tacklers to the 43 goes Andrew Bloom. And so a nice gain there of about 6 or 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and short for the Rams.
Just under a minute now to go here in the third quarter. It's Glenwood 28 and Winterset 0.
So they're going to be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can in these next couple possessions as they sit on that 28-point lead.
And Glenwood just doing a really good job, Nick, on not creating turnovers. Not turning over the ball. I think they only had that one turnover on that fumble, and that's it.
So Bloom under center, Silvius in motion. Toss to the outside to Silvius. He has some blocks around the edge as he gets across the 45. Inside the 40 goes Silvius, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So Cooper Silvius, a nice run there.
I think it's going to be a hold or a cut block on Glenwood.
Was there a penalty?
Yeah, holding on Glenwood.
I didn't see the flag. My apologies. So that one will be called back. So that referee's still kind of limping around out there. But he's a trooper as the Rams are getting called back to we'll see where they spot the ball here. It's a spot foul, so at the 41. So it'll only be 2nd down and about 5 for the Rams. Second and 5 for Glenwood, as it looks like they're probably going to run this out. Yep. That's going to take us, folks, to the end of the third quarter. It is all Rams here in Glenwood. 28-0. The Rams with a huge lead over the Winterset Huskies as we head to the fourth quarter here on GlenwoodSports.com. So we are back here on GlenwoodSports.com, folks, as we are ready to start this fourth quarter here in Glenwood. Rams with a 28-0 lead over the Winterset Huskies in this game that has a lot of playoff implications. Glenwood is in complete control as they have a 2nd and 5 from their own 41-yard line as we resume play. Bloom comes out under center. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom on the keeper. Has some room. Down across the 45 to about the 49-yard line goes Andrew Bloom. Gain about 8 yards and a first down for the Rams.
That clock's going to turn and turn and turn because Glenwood's line and running game tonight has been perfect, and the Huskies are not going to stop them.
First and 10 for the Rams, ball at midfield. We just get going in this fourth quarter. Glenwood with a 28-0 lead.
Bloom's calling him back, but he better get him up there. There's 13 seconds.
Taking their sweet time, man.
Now down to 5.
First and 10 for the Rams. Bloom under center. And he's going to call timeout. So Bloom, they broke the huddle. Bloom called them back into the huddle. And then they were too slow getting to the line,
Right.
and they call a timeout before.
And, you know, there's nothing hurt there. It just was.
Yep. A little sloppy. No big deal, though. I think this would probably be a good time. Last night, the Glenwood cross-country teams.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot to touch on this earlier with dominating performances in Clarinda. They took the boys and girls, both JV and varsity, team titles at the cross-country meet, and then Mason Parks and Parson Covington went 1 and 2.
Yeah.
In the conference. Both juniors, just overall impressive. We're going to try to get a video interview with them or try to get them to join us on the podcast on Tuesday sometime this week, so that story will be coming up.
The thing I like about Mason, you know, he's a kid last year between cross country, swimming, and track. 3-time state.
I mean, he's one of the top athletes.
3-sport qualifier in Glenwood. And then he comes out this year, junior year, and, you know, I think Parsons awesome. Obviously, he got second. But a lot of guys, you know, Parsons, his name's around there a lot. And then Mason comes out and gets first place. Yep. So they got a good tandem there. And not only the rest of this year, they got some still running to do.
They have no seniors in their varsity lineup, so they'll
be back.
They'll be running this Thursday at Atlantic for districts trying to qualify for state, but we will try to get an interview with them before then. As the Rams resume play here, first and 10. Out of the timeout, and Bloom hands it off and up the middle to Carter, and that play was blown up from the start as the Winterset defense able to fire through the line, and forward progress is going to get them to the backward progress, I guess.
They're almost all out blitzing. Now, this is where you throw a screen on the team like this.
Yeah.
And really bust one.
I like that call.
I mean, that time, folks, I know, and we've been saying it too, don't change the thing. But that time they had everyone right in the offensive line face. And when the teams do that, just throw a screen on them and usually get about 15, 20 yards off it.
So Bloom takes Bloom hands it off up the middle to Carter. Carter busts it down to about the 47-yard line. Gain of about 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up third down and about 6 for the Rams. 10.5 minutes to go. Glenwood dominating. 28-0 is the score, as they have third down and medium yardage at the Winterset 47-yard line. So Bloom under center. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap, keeps it himself, fighting his blocks, and now bursting forward across the 45 down to about the 40-yard line, able to stretch that ball at the end, and it looks like he's going to be really close to that first down.
I guess the guy over there has him short.
Yeah.
The spot over here had him at the 40.
They're going to call it at the 41.
I think the refs are going to actually talk about it.
And they want to measure it. So it was third down, a gain of 5.9 inches, or 5.5 yards and 2 feet 11 inches there.
Try to zoom in here for you guys. Short.
Yep. So they spot the ball at the 41, gain of 5 yards on the play for Bloom. So that'll bring up fourth down and really short here for the Rams at the Winterset 41-yard line.
Tell you what, hats off to that ref. He got up, folks. He's been still reffing this game. So
yeah, that's impressive. He needs a raise.
I'm going to venture to guess that knee or leg will be bruised tomorrow.
Probably. He might have to get put on the questionable list. List of inactives maybe for next week. Who knows? 4th and 1 from the 41 for the Rams. Bloom takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself on the sneak, and he easily has the first down. Nice push there from the offensive line. Down to the 37-yard line. So the Rams will have 1st and 10 from the 37 as we tick under 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Glenwood in complete control and not looking back. Taking their time, burning the clock. It's all Glenwood right now.
Yeah, this is where it's getting to like it was last time, though. It's 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to take another timeout unless they get up there and hike it down to 7.
Bloom under center now on 1st and 10. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom gets the snap off. He's going to hand it off up the middle to Carter. Carter fighting his way down, and a big pile across the 30 down to the 29-yard line goes Carter. A gain of 7 or 8 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and short for the Rams. So Glenwood will be right back here next week against ADM here at Ram Memorial Field. Senior night for a group of core seniors that, that's probably going to be a pretty emotional night for these guys.
Yeah, a lot of these guys were in there when the start with Coach Faust coming in, along with last year's group of seniors, and it starts with that. And to get the winning tradition alive, the weight room, they push these kids, always be in there. Done a good job.
So Bloom tosses it to the outside to Ruth. Ruth trying to find his blocks. He's going to pick his way down to about the 26, 25-yard line. So another nice run there for the Rams.
First down.
And it'll be a first down for Glenwood.
Another senior right there, and Josh Ruth.
So Ruth gets down to the 25, a gain of 5 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for Glenwood. Rams moving the ball. Clock is running. 8:20 to go here in the game. Glenwood with a 28-0 lead and a 1st and 10 on the Winterset 25. Bloom under center. Now backing off, reading the defense, running some more clock. Silvius goes in motion as Bloom takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Carter, and Carter goes nowhere. Winterset defense had that one snuffed out, and it looks like we have a hurt Husky there. That's number 33. Trying to find the number there.
Holding his arm.
We don't have a number 33.
7:49 to go, folks. It's 28-0. Glenwood just putting on a great performance tonight here in Glenwood against the Winterset Huskies. And with 7:49 to go, Nick, 2nd and 9 from the 24. Coach Faust and company have to be pretty happy and impressed with his team so far.
I mean, they're making a statement, Kevin. They had that early loss to Harlan, and the last couple of years the Rams have had those early losses, and people kind of overlooked them all season. Second down and 9 as the pass is complete across the middle to Cody Burrish. A nice catch there from Burrish as he fights his way down to about the 10-yard line, a gain of 15 yards on a first down. But back to what I was saying, you get an early loss, you have that one loss on your schedule, you have that one loss in your record, you don't get ranked anymore, you kind of get overlooked, and then all of a sudden 3 blowout wins in a row, and, unless a miracle happens, about to be 4. And the Rams are just kind of making a statement saying, look, we went to the Dome last year and we didn't go anywhere.
Right. And and what I'm impressed with by Glenwood, they're going to, I think, obviously outright get 2nd place this year in the district. Very impressed by the way Glenwood has improved all season long.
Handoff to Carter there around that right edge, fighting his way down to about the 7 or 6 yard line. Gain of 3 or 4 yards on the play for Carter. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal for the Rams, as we are under 7 minutes to go here in this game. This is a long drive. It started back in the 3rd quarter.
I think it was 11 minutes, too. Oh, no, yeah, it was.
Back in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, this is well over a 7-minute drive here for the Rams. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line for the Rams as Bloom taking his time at the line. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Carter. Carter fighting his way down. Not much. Really didn't fight his way anywhere. Stopped right at the line there. Nice push there by that Winterset defensive line at the 6-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd and goal for the Rams.
Watch Bloom run a bootleg here.
So we are under 6 minutes to go here as Glenwood is probably, Glenwood's going to win this game. Up 28-0. They have 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line here. Bloom under center. Takes the snap, fires to the outside to Burrish, and it is intercepted there in the end zone. Ooh. Pass was picked off there, and if there's anything to give...
I don't know why. I mean, you've been running all day. 3rd and goal from the 5. You're going to run it again.
Yep. So Andrew Nickel, the interception there, and gives the Huskies something to cheer about on a night that there wasn't much to cheer about for the Husky fans over there. They brought a pretty good crowd, Kevin, from Winterset. I mean, that's a 2 hour and 15-minute drive.
Because they're getting home
Yeah, they're
about
getting
midnight,
home.
11:30 or midnight.
Exactly, and then, they filled up that away section over there. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Huskies from their own 20-yard line. Speed option here for Kleemeyer. Toss man is Pashik as he picks his way down across the 25, taken down at the 26-yard line. So speed option goes for about 6 yards. Excuse me, that was Porter on the carry. Brady Porter, the pitch man there for Kleemeyer. Gain of 5 or 6 yards on the play. I'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Huskies. 5:17 to go in the game. 28-0 Glenwood lead after that interception in the end zone, but it burned a bunch of clock. Kleemeyer takes the snap, fires to the outside, has a man complete over there on the far sideline. Trying to see who that is. Cohen Watson was able to force him out of bounds,
30.
but not before he got the first down. That's number 30, Ty Gillian. So Gillian, his 2nd or 3rd reception of the night. We've called his name a couple times. Gain of about 10 yards there. It'll bring up 1st and 10 from their own 34 for the Huskies. And the shotgun is Kleemeyer. 2 wide receivers on either side. Now Dick motions in. Takes the snap, speed option. Pitch to the outside there to Porter. Porter running across to the sideline, across the 35, and down across the 40-yard line goes Porter before he's shoved out of bounds by Mertfeld at the 43. So a gain of about 8 or 9 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and about a yard here for the Huskies. Big substitution here. Bringing a bunch of different guys
like a line change in hockey.
Yeah, no kidding. Probably 4 or 5 new guys here in the huddle as they bring out a completely different set. See, that's the thing is they'll come out in that 4 wide thing and then they'll come out and stack the line. But the Rams have not batted an eye at those different formations as Kleemeyer takes the snap on 2nd down, fires deep down the sideline, incomplete. Pass was intended for Tyron.
Uncatchable.
Nice coverage there by the sophomore Zach Carr.
Once again, though, getting some good pressure on him. And I mean, this defense, I hope they keep him shut out here. I mean, they really deserve a shutout. And for how well the offense has played, a couple turnovers, but still 28-0 for a reason. That's because this defense has done a great job putting some pressure on that quarterback.
So now the wishbone formation. We saw it a lot in film, but not a lot tonight as they takes the snap, handoff to Pashik, and he's dropped in the backfield. Wow, Caleb Sanders back there once again. Pashik dropped back at the 40-yard line, a loss of 3 yards on the play, and on 3rd and 1, they lose a bunch of yardage, and that'll bring up 4th and 4 now for the Huskies. And that makes the chances of keeping this shutout a lot bigger.
Right. And, there's where Caleb shows you why he's going to go play at the next level, because Caleb just shedded the 2 blocks that was coming right at him, got in the backfield, another tackle for loss.
4th and 4 on their own 40 for the Huskies. 4:15 to go. Kleemeyer takes the snap. He fakes the handoff, now drops back to pass, fires across the middle, incomplete. And another ref goes down.
I think that's the same ref.
Is it the same ref? Man, oh man.
There is a flag, too.
This referee is...
He might start calling flags against Glenwood. I guess the first one, a Winterset player ran into him.
Ruth just went up and apologized, and the ref patted him on the head. So, all is well. What was the call?
Walking the back on the offense.
Walking the back. On a pass play, on an incomplete pass. Interesting. It is a turnover and downs as the penalties decline, and the Rams will take over 1st down and 10 on the Winterset 40-yard line with 4:07 to go and a 28-point lead as that referee is just taking a beating tonight.
I'm going to venture to guess that there's not going to be one pass play on this drive.
I would sure hope not. I would sure hope not. The Rams drove the ball the length of the field, took over 7 minutes, and then got 3rd and 5 and threw an interception in the end zone. So no points, but turned a bunch of clock, and the Rams are going to walk away with this game, or with a win tonight. Lewis Central, wow. 42-0, the Lewis Central Titans take down the Thomas Jefferson Yellow Jackets, and the Cyclones of Harlan have a 49-7 lead over Denison at home as Noah Carter busts one free down across the 30-yard line. Big run there to the 26. Carter with a gain of about 10 or 11 yards, and it looks like he's going to have a first down for the Rams. So Harlan is going to win that game. Glenwood's going to win this game. Atlantic has a 20-6 lead over Carroll at the end of the third quarter. So that's their District 7 action. Atlantic a 20-6 lead over Carroll. Harlan a 49-7 lead over Denison. And Glenwood right now a 28-0 lead over Winterset with 3:45 to go in this game. And a 1st and 10 at the Winterset 27. Bloom takes the snap, hit in the backfield, shakes it, shakes another tackle. Down across the 20-yard line goes Bloom, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 19. A flag is down.
Going to be holding, I think.
ADM has a 35-20 lead over Creston with 5:08 to go in the third quarter. So ADM leads Creston by 15. Harlan blowing out Denison. Atlantic with a 2-score lead over Carroll, and Glenwood blowing out the Winterset Huskies here. This game is easily going to finish first, as it has been all running. So it's going to be Harlan and Glenwood, Kevin. I mean, those are your top two teams.
That's where it should be, though.
Barring any crazy upsets next week, they had Harlan and Glenwood had a close one in week 4. Harlan came to Glenwood and won 17-14. The Rams played a pretty sloppy game. I feel like they could have come away with a victory there.
I would like to see those guys match up in the playoffs, to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised, maybe a second-round matchup in store, but that is a long way down the road as the Rams have a 28-0 lead here over Winterset. It's 1st and 12 after the penalty as Carter up the middle, spinning out of tackles and taken down at about the 25-yard line. Gain of 4 or 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Rams.
I thought for sure the guy who hit him at the line of scrimmage was going to get him down. He just did a spin move like he didn't even get hit.
So it's time to start talking about the player of the game because I got to go down and get an interview. Right now, I'd give it to Caleb Sanders. We've given it to Carter the last 2 weeks. It's hard to give a player of the game 3 weeks in a row just because eventually it just becomes routine.
Right. No, yeah, I think Caleb.
We haven't given it to Caleb all year.
You know, he's definitely been deserving of it a couple times, but when your team's doing, go ahead.
This is Noah Carter. Carter breaking free. Up the middle, down across the 10-yard line goes Noah Carter. And he's taken down at about the 9, so a big run there from Noah Carter, a gain of 15 yards and a first down for the Rams. And Noah Carter limping off the field. It looks like he's okay. Maybe a cramp?
Yeah.
Cramp.
So
he's just stretching
smart, though, by coach. Get him out of there.
Yeah, keep him out. No reason to play him anymore.
Ben Roenfeld's going to come in now.
So Roenfeld now the ball carrier, second string B-back. We've seen him a couple times this week. It is his birthday. So happy birthday to Ben Roenfeld, October 13th. As he gets into this game on 1st down and goal. Bloom up the middle on the keeper. Doesn't get a lot. Down to about the 7-yard line. Gain of 3 or 4 yards on the play. 1:52 to go in the game. Glenwood is going to walk away with a victory here. They lead 28-0. They have a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line here. An absolutely dominating performance on both sides of the ball. Second and 7. Bloom takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Roenfeld as he fights his way down inside the 5, down to about the 3. Nice tough running there to the 3-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal for the Rams.
I want to be surprised if they do this again and try to give him a touchdown for his birthday, maybe.
Maybe.
Not sure. Players are signaling to the sideline that they all want the same play. I'm not sure what it is. They're throwing their hands up in the air. Under a minute.
51 seconds to go. Glenwood's going to walk away with a victory here. If they can punch it in one more time, they will. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line for the Rams. Silvius goes in motion. Bloom takes the snap. Handoff up the middle to Roenfeld, and he's going to be stuffed short of the goal line. Stopped at the 1-yard line.
I think you just knee it or let the time run out.
That's gonna be the last play of the game. So the Glenwood Rams, folks, in a game that people thought was going to be tight, come in and dominate here at Ram Memorial Field. Your final score, Glenwood 28, Winterset 0, and this puts the Rams really right in the playoff race as they will take an outright second place as we head into Week 9. They will be right back in action here against ADM next week. Our Jeff Henry Chevrolet player of the game tonight, Kevin, we agreed. Caleb Sanders made some huge stops on defense. He was in the backfield all night long. Huge blocks. They were running off his butt all night long as well. So Caleb Sanders, our Jeff Henry player of the game tonight, as the Glenwood Rams, a dominating performance here at home over the Winterset Huskies. So the Rams will improve to 7-1 on the season, 5-1 in the district. They take outright second place behind Harlan, who picked up a win against Denison tonight. And the Huskies, after this loss, will drop to 5-3 on the season, 4-2 in the district. However, the Huskies still have a remote chance of making the playoffs on a point differential. This 28-point differential tonight does not help them a lot, but anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to Glenwood. If you want to run down now, I'll sign this off. Congrats to Glenwood folks. They did a good job tonight. Come here and just outright win. Everything was in their in their favor. It was at home. They have the experience, a senior-led quarterback, a senior-led team, and Glenwood stepped up tonight, folks. Win is 28-0 for Nick Stiles. I'll sign off here on GlenwoodSports.com.